What is death? Someone said that death is not the opposite of life, but a part of it. I suppose that's true, especially when concerning this story. And there are lots of stories from lots of places, many worlds with many stories. And in all of those stories is death. And in some of those stories, there is an afterlife. Someone else said, when a person dies, they only appear to die. They are still with us in more ways than we realize. And that one's not true. Sorry about that. No, because when someone dies, no matter where they die, no matter what they did, no matter who they were, they end up here, in the library, with me, or with him. Either way, they're dead. So let's see who died today and what stories they'd like to still tell. In a burst of flame and a puff of black smoke, you find yourself standing in a vast, dimly lit library. The air thick with the scent of old paper and dust, with just a hint of iron. The shelves rise impossibly high, disappearing into shadow, their dark wood gleaming faintly under the flicker of countless candles. Iron candelabras cast restless, wavering light across the room. But the far reaches of the library seem to stretch endlessly, as though reality itself thins beyond the rows of ancient worn tomes. Behind you, a towering Gothic window dominates the wall, its intricate ironwork framing a sky heavy with swirling clouds at sunset. Warm light filters through cold glass like a quiet open flame. The room feels both vast and intimate, as if it exists between worlds, part timeless archive and part fading dream. The dark books around you whisper of secrets long forgotten, their spines cracked and faded, each one twisted, heavy with tales of occult knowledge. The air hums with an uneasy stillness, as if the library itself is watching, waiting for you to reach out. The two of you appear, and your bodies would feel for just a moment as if they were on fire. And then it ends.
What was that?
What happened? What was that?
I don't know.
You see before you a tall, composed figure. He is dressed impeccably, and he is wearing a turtleneck with sharply tailored grey slacks. His clothes suggest wealth and precision, but there's a weariness about him, a quiet exhaustion etched into the lines of his face. His pale blue eyes hold a piercing intensity, something almost predatory in their gaze, though tempered by the weight of too many burdens. He carries himself with the air of someone accustomed to control, to navigating the complexities of power, yet there's a subtle fray at the edges, like a man at the center of a vast, unseen web, holding the strings, but worn down by the effort. He straightens his cuffs with a practiced motion, but there's a heaviness in that simple gesture, as if he's lived through countless nights of exhaustive work. I can speak at full pace now because I was taking as much time as possible for you to fix the bars. He takes a seat at a large, ornate desk. He opens an enormous-looking tome, and he runs a long finger down the page and taps the names there: Naivara and Fenwick Weatherly. He says, Miss Naivara and Mr. Weatherly, welcome to the Dark Library. My name is Lionel Orsova. I am the caretaker here. Is this your first time in the Dark Library?
If there's a difference between the Dark Library and the last one we were in, sure.
You have visited the Light Library?
No.
Yes.
So, you're aware of what is happening, why you are here, and what you must do?
I mean, that's really, it's really dependent on what exactly you mean by that. What's going on? Why are we here?
You want us to read you a book as well?
Well, at least one of you is keeping up. Yes, your job is to find a book and read it. Simple as that. Complete the task within and return.
Okay, and, where did Elle go? And who are you again?
My name is Lionel, Mr. Weatherly.
Okay, and your name starts with an L as well, but you're not the same person.
Correct.
Uh-huh. Okay, and why exactly are you, and what's the deal with the everything being dark in here, and you?
Yeah,
I'm
there are
not quite...
two different libraries.
No, I get that. But why?
Did you ask these questions as a baby when you were born? When you looked around the worlds you are
I wasn't
from?
born in a fucking library. Why would I ask about a different library when I was born? Also, I don't know about you, but I couldn't talk when I was born.
And when you grew, did you question the world around you, or did you simply get on with it?
Of course I did. Did you just accept what you were given?
There wasn't much acceptance in my life. No. I questioned what I needed to. The rest, I got on with and did as I was due.
Well, great. That's not exactly how I lived my life, but, considering that Elle said we were dead, I guess it doesn't really fucking matter, does it?
That's a good enough outlook, I suppose.
Okay.
Or just pick any book?
Any book. This is your life now. This is your world. And those books are your purpose. Whether you like it, whether you don't, whether you question it, whether you don't care.
Okay, and
Well, how do
your
we know when
purpose-
it's done? Sorry, Kendall.
Well, I presume you won't return to one of the libraries.
So, it's automatic?
Eventually, they stop coming.
What if something goes wrong?
Such as?
I don't know, given a quest to save somebody and that somebody is dead.
Then you didn't save them.
But we came back to the library.
Nobody said that you had to pass the quests successfully. Simply take them on.
Okay. Then what's the point?
I did not build this place. I'm merely a caretaker. You'll have to ask somebody far above my station.
Right. Just given the role and ask no questions. Got it.
Okay. So, is there a recommendation that you have, or should we just fucking pick a book?
I think we should just pick a book. He seems scary. Can you just pick one? Just pick any one, any
He's
book.
so pale.
Just pick a book. Just pick a book.
Looks like if a beam of light hit
Okay,
him, he
okay.
would
I think
fry
he
to a
can hear you.
crisp.
I'm pretty sure he can hear you. So just pick a book.
Okay.
Any book, Candle.
I'm gonna look at the shelf. I want to see what options are available for books.
Okay. Give me a perception check.
Okay. Easy peasy. I can do this.
Both of you give me perception checks.
Okay.
18 for me.
He's got to log all the way in.
No, I'm here. 12.
Okay. You start looking over the different shelves here. Again, there are so many of them. It seems to go up endlessly. It seems to extend endlessly outwards as well. One side behind the desk that Lionel is sitting at does have a giant, great big Gothic-looking window, but the shelves here are endless. The difference between this library and the light library is that there is a sort of shadow that eventually permeates the liminal design of this library. What are you looking for in particular? Like a style or a title or what?
Oh yeah, if the last book was any indication, the more filigree and stuff that's on a book seems like the more royalty-esque adventure we're going to have. So I'm looking for a children's book.
Okay. You just start pouring through these books. These ones look so different to the ones that were in the light library. There's a sort of a tattered looking leather bound book that is dark crimson in color with intricate black filigree that you immediately brush past. You see a sort of midnight blue looking book with a hardback
over my shoulder.
that is just
as
embossed with silver
one
patterns. Yeah. You pick up a sort of sleek looking matte black cover. Some embossed patterns resemble sort of ancient Gothic architecture.
Okay, but I said I would let him choose, so I'll let him choose, even though I really want to open this book.
You're looking for like a children's book, like something, comically childish.
exactly.
And
Like thin and there's some kind of an animal picture on it.
Colors, yeah.
Illustrated,
fully illustrated.
You find eventually this small looking book that is bright green in color, hidden behind two other grey looking, withered looking, rotten books. And as you pull this thing free, it's very thin, but it has a kind of squishy cover, as if, it was designed to be played with by someone very, very young. There's kind of a felt feeling to it. And on the front, there is just a single image of like a comfortable looking house that like a family might live in.
Okay, got it.
Lionel looks up at you and smiles. The book in your hand transforms. It is now a tattered, leather-bound book, crimson in colour, the intricate black filigree etched on the cover. The image of the family house transforms into what looks to you like a vampire's castle.
Immediately throw the book away.
Too late. You are dragged in.
Oh,
As
come
the
on!
two of you are pulled into this book.
Stop.
It says on the cover, for the rest of us, excerpt from the Chronicles of Darkhearth, Chapter 1, A Journey into Shadow. The flickering lights of the duskwood lanterns cast an amber glow along the cobblestone streets of Greyport, the last bastion of civilization before the treacherous borders of the Shadowfell, and it was here that I, Lucian Valor, find myself at the start of my ill-fated journey. The year was 517 in the Age of Crowns, and I had been summoned by a noble lord whose name struck fear and awe throughout the northern kingdoms, Count Vlad Tepes, a reclusive aristocrat who ruled from his ancient fortress deep in the Forsaken Lands. My purpose was simple: deliverance of a rare artifact, a relic said to hold powers forgotten by time itself. Yet, as I prepared to depart, a strange unease settled into the pit of my stomach. The winds that howled through the port's city alleys seemed to carry whispers, murmurs of things best left unspoken. "Beware the Count's lands," an old elven scholar had warned me days before. "Not all who enter his domain return unchanged, if they return at all." The caravan I had secured was modest, but its driver, a stout, battle-hardened dwarf named Gorim, was no stranger to perilous roads. "'Tis a fool's errand," he grumbled as we prepared to set off. "But the coin is good, and that's all that matters." As our wagon rumbled through the massive iron gates of Greyport, leaving behind the safety of its walls, the world around us darkened. The sky above shifted into an unnatural hue, a twilight realm of swirling purples and deep, blood-red streaks. Jagged mountains loomed in the distance, their peaks veiled in storm clouds, and the twisted, ancient trees lining the path seemed to whisper in a forgotten tongue. The air itself felt thicker, as though the land had been cursed by some long-forgotten magic. There was a presence here, lurking just beyond the shadows, watching our every move, and though I could not yet see it, I felt it, waiting, hungry. Ahead of us lay the road to Castle Tepes, a road none should walk lightly. In the distance, the silhouette of the ancient fortress appeared through the haze like a great maw, ready to devour the unwary. This was no place for the living, yet fate, it seemed, had decided that I must go on, unwilling and unprepared, into the dark heart of the Shadowfell.
You did not.
Well, chat did stuff.
Welcome to non-canon.
Is that on purpose?
Welcome to non-canon, everyone. Is what, this whole thing on purpose?
No, did you say dark heart on purpose like that after the Gorham Stout Boots bullshit? You did. Oh my
idea what you're
god.
talking about.
Yes, you do. Okay. Anyway.
No idea what you are talking about. Welcome to Non-Canon, everybody. Just as a little reminder as to what we're doing here. This is our new Friday show that has a sort of slightly interactive element, if you can interact with a credit card. The bars on that side of the screen will fill up with donations every time you donate using one of the links in the chat or the links underneath the stream. that will go straight onto one of those bars at random. It will fill one completely randomly. Today seems to just be filling the light side, which is incredible considering you're doing this today. In honor of our brand new show, Sunday, which may or may not have vampires in it. Tune in Sunday.
That seems like a pretty amazing coincidence.
It's a tie-in episode. Kinda, not really, a little bit. A little bit. So those donations will go to the things on the side. You'll notice that there's some other things on there. For example, on the dark bar, it says the word Lancelot now. And also there are some more loot boxes.
Why is that so low on that bar? I'm just saying. Maybe you could push that bar. Actually, no. You know what?
Who the fuck are you kidding? You want that bar at the bottom?
Yeah, I do. Yep.
Yeah. You may also notice there's another bar at the bottom of the screen there. After last week's touch and go moments in the forest, I thought it would be best that there is some way that you can pay to win, pay to save the player characters here, Nivara and Candor. If they're in trouble, you can subscribe. I think it's 30. I can't see and I can't remember.
Yes.
30 subs.
That's what you said.
If you hit that, they will instantly be healed to full. That includes spells. That includes all of their abilities and includes obviously their HP. If they're already at full HP, they will be given an elixir, which is basically just a potion that does exactly that. So you will have that as an item that you'll be given. So that's how that's going to work. It's just 1 bar per session though, so it doesn't like reset over and over again, and they get unlimited elixirs. Although, depending on how many subs you want to give, I might change that halfway through this because we are fucking starving. All 3 of us haven't eaten since 2016, which is why this show exists now. Is there anything else I needed to remind people of before we crack on? So that is, this is non-canon. Welcome to the show, everybody. And I guess we'll continue. I feel like that's going to be the setup every week, by the way, you two.
What?
Where
When you get a storybook intro?
Yeah, we'll do an intro and then I'll tell
God.
everyone what the show is.
I love it. Yes, I love it.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Not the story, but
Holy
the storybook was always going to be a thing.
The
I've been
storybook
planning
is
that.
fucking awesome, man. I was just sitting here like, man, I could just listen to this audiobook.
Yeah, I know
And
you
Brad
like.
is live producing.
I know you like those kinds of things as well. Wack doesn't
That
give
was
a
supposed to
shit.
be private, but yep, thank you.
We had you like audiobooks? What a secret. Wack he's just here. He's here begrudgingly. He wants to be playing Final Fantasy 12, his favorite game. So you guys appear in a flash of flame and magic. There we go. My sound effects are now working. Yeah.
Was that you?
I have a
How
very
did you do that?
important question. Are my tits still out?
Yeah, you haven't got any new items.
Cool.
You do appear next to.
No, I was just standing in front of Lionel with my tits out. Cool. I'm gonna go die now.
Yeah. To be fair,
God.
that's exactly how I would stand in front of him as well if I was given the option.
Jesus.
We did get 2 loot boxes, a magic item, and exalted, whatever that means.
Yes, you land in this forest. There is a winding road moving forwards along a sort of treacherous-looking path, a dense, twisted forest that seems to sort of breathe with the wind around you. It's very silent here. As you arrive in the Shadowfell. This is a combination of what if Dracula took place in the Shadowfell and wasn't the Curse of Strahd game that we definitely haven't got time to play the entirety of. Plus, Wack has ran through it 6 or 7 times in his life and never ever wants to see it again. You can see that the sky above is sort of a deep bruised purple with these streaked sort of red clouds that kind of block out the stars of the night. And around you, you see these items, which we're going to find out what they are right now. I can remember
A shirt.
how to do it. Let's hope that one's a shirt. I believe there is clothing in here. But it's also, it will take, it's a 1 in 222 chance.
Oh, cool.
So let's see.
I'm just going to be tits out this whole campaign. Cool.
You could find a shirt somewhere else, I'm sure. Let's see. Maybe the first thing
Taking
here
the
that you
armor off
get.
of
So
Arthur's
you've got,
dead.
what,
Sorry.
two items from the loot boxes. Let's just do all of Nivara's stuff first. So the first
So
item,
we can hope I
just
get a
see.
fucking shirt.
See if you get it. Well, the first item you get is a herbalism kit.
That'll be great to... Nope, sorry.
Not going to cover a
All right,
single
wonderful.
thing.
Nope, not gonna
But
do
it might come in
shit.
handy at some point. The
Okay.
second item that you have been gifted by the Fates, that's you, chat, is some blue fungi from Nibiru.
Really?
Yeah, I can't remember what that one does.
Well, it should.
But I can
it should
find
bring me
out
up.
with my trusty Nibiru book that is nearby. Let's find out.
Isn't the blue one,
If you remember this, you're insane. No? Okay. I thought
No.
you... If he'd remembered that,
Yeah.
I was all over this because...
I thought the blue one was... Yeah, I thought that blue one is like what helps you with the gravity.
Maybe.
Oh,
Yeah.
he might actually be
Wow,
right.
that's
Holy shit.
insane.
What? Can I take a piece of your
What-
brain and eat it?
Honestly,
How
if
did
you
you
could
do
just
that?
give us 5%
Yeah.
of your brain, you wouldn't even
Whatever
notice a
that
difference,
was.
and we would be dramatically improved.
Yeah.
Blue fungi. Fungi or
Watch you be
fungi?
wrong.
How do you say it?
All right, go ahead.
You say fungi? I'll say fungi then, just to annoy you. The bioelectric varieties of fungi are generally of blue color, and along with the red fungi, they form the basis of many people's diet. While most of these are grown in big farms in Carrick's Crescent, some of the newest residential developments in the core sectors feature their own small fungi lines, long cables utilized to grow and harvest blue fungi, giving everyone the possibility of growing their own food at home.
It's just food.
So-
I was right.
Just food.
It's just food.
So eat your own brain.
But it's good. But it's good food.
Yeah. All right. And then, okay, so those were the first two things. There is another loot box. There are actually two more on there now. I figured that loot's fun. So there's another one at the next stage on the light list. And there's
Love
there's
that the
also one on
running
the
meme
dark list. Yeah.
It's going to be that you never get a shirt for the entirety of
Never.
the show. It's never going to happen, no matter how many loot boxes he puts on screen.
No.
All right, let's do Candle stuff now. The first piece that Candle gets is...
If he gets a shirt,
Fucking
I swear
short
to
bow.
fucking God.
Oh, wow, I can really use this.
That's very useful for you.
Yep. Yep.
We're going to say this comes with ammunition as well, just because it's annoying otherwise. So there's, you know, a quiver of a few arrows. I can't be bothered to do the manual.
It's 20, 25, I think. for
All
one
bows
person.
in all of my campaigns are magical. They
20.
just
I was
always
close.
automatically create an arrow. So that's really good for you. And
I like that
then
idea. Can we say the mushrooms are pasties? Just nip
You
covers?
can do whatever you want with them. It's D&D.
Cool.
The next thing that Candle gets is a mess kit. It says Aaron Black on the side.
I don't know what.
Like stamped in.
There's some kind of weird writing on here. I think it says Aaron Black?
Who dat?
I don't know. I never robbed him before.
Unheard of.
Somebody did.
You also
know.
get a magic item, is that correct? Yes. I'm going to roll a
Yes.
D3 here.
We are also exalted. Thank you, chat, by the way.
Yeah. Thank you very much, everybody that is is donating here towards these bars. This is the fun of non-canon. There are fates and madness that are happening alongside the carefully prepared narrative that I spammed together 3 minutes before the show began. Okay. The magic items that you find are, and I guess, yeah, this one would be Nivara's. Well, it doesn't really matter, but you find next to you a spell scroll of 3rd level. Let's see what it is. You get Find Familiar spell scroll, which means it's a 1 use unless you're a wizard. So write that down.
Oh, yep, I
The
do.
next item you get is a spell scroll of 2nd level.
Is this still me?
A minute. Find Familiar is not a 3rd level spell, is it? No. Hold up. This isn't correct.
Somebody was using ChatGPT.
No, I was using random spellbook scroll generator.
Oh.
It's literally just a
Thought I
text
caught you.
website. It looks like this. Not for you, chat. I'm just posting it in our thing. It is the most basic website you'll ever see, but it's very useful. What you actually find, not find familiar, I'm afraid, is non-detection. I don't actually have any idea what that spell is. Non-detection 5e.
Legally distinct. Find familiar.
Well, Find Familiar is a 1st level spell, and this is a 3rd level spell. So presumably you want the 3rd level spell. It's got to be better.
Non-detection makes it so that you hide the target from divination magic.
Oh, that's great. Maybe we could use it on my glowing tits.
And then the 2nd level scroll that you
They are
find,
divine.
you find
Oh my god.
is Arcane Lock. So non-detection and Arcane Lock. You touch a closed door, window, gate, chest, or other entryway, and it becomes locked for the duration. Oh god.
Okay.
Please donate. The more you donate, the quicker this ends. It's not true. It doesn't end just because you donate. Although when you fill both of those bars, I am looking forward to that day. Okay, so you are
Why?
also
What happens?
exalted. Well, you'll find out. I'm not telling you. You're the last person I'm gonna tell. Exalted table. Where did I save you? Here we are. So the first exaltedness will be towards Nivara. You now have Unyielding Spirit. Unyielding Spirit is that you have advantage on saving throws against fear effects.
Cool.
I've written that in our little group chat so that you can copy paste it onto your
Thank you.
thing somewhere, your character sheet. And you, Candle, have, what did that say? Fleeting
agility.
Fleeting agility. Once per
Ooh.
short rest, you can take the dash action as a bonus action. Can you already do that? No, that's...
I
That's
believe
me.
I.
Just kidding.
Well, no, I've got. So cunning action is. Dash, disengage, or hide. Yes, I already have that.
Okay, let me enhance this for you then. Once per short rest, when you take the dash action, double your movement for that turn.
Oh,
Yeah?
yeah.
Once per short rest, when you take the dash action, double your movement for that turn. There we go. So fleeting agility for Candle, the Candle variant, is that. Whereas if you roll exalted fleeting agility, you'll get the original version, Nivara.
Okay.
All right. Okay. Thank you very much, everybody. Those are the items. Remember, these characters have nothing. They started the campaign with 0 items. It is entirely down to you or whatever they're able to bring back from these books to kit them out. There is no... Now that we're into it, I'm realizing how incredibly harsh and dangerous that is.
Yep. That's
But
okay. We like it.
it is now entirely down to you lot. Sitting at home, tapping your credit cards against your knees, waiting to loot them up each week with loot boxes, random rolls at that. So once again, the donations towards this stream, any donations will go towards the 2 bars on this side of the screen, and they randomly split between dark and light side bars, and also subs at the bottom will go towards either healing the characters, or if they're at full health, they'll gain an elixir potion. And what do you?
Excalibur, the longsword.
That is correct. You have Excalibur. Yeah. Fuck, I was supposed to. Did I add it? Maybe I did add it as an item. I wanted to add it as an item for you in your thing.
I don't see it in mine, but maybe it's here somewhere else.
No, I added this other thing instead, like a fool. Okay. Who's equipping it?
I think that's gonna be better in the hands of Nivara. I thought about it, but it's too big of a weapon for me to actually use, and it doesn't seem like I'll be able to easily fence it, so I guess you can have it.
Thank you. So kind.
I know.
All right. Can I just give you the stats for it, and you add a long sword, and then you give yourself the additional things?
Yep.
So it's a +1 long sword. Once per day, as a bonus action, you can use Excalibur to emit a radiant glow for 1 minute while glowing. The sword sheds bright light in a 20-foot radius and dim light for an additional 20 feet. When I figure out how to do lighting in the foundry, that will be really useful.
Okay.
I promise.
You said that very quickly. Are you going to paste that for me so that I can...
Yeah. I'm giving it to you verbally so that everyone knows what it does, and then you can sit for the rest of the session and add this to the thing. If you're disarmed, the sword will magically reappear in your hand at the beginning of your next turn if you're within 30 feet of it, as long as you can see it and aren't incapacitated. So,
holy shit!
+1 bonus to damage and attack rolls. You also get the Light of Kings move, which is the 1-a-day light up ability. Oh, this also deals, during this time you deal an extra 1d4 radiant damage to any creature you hit with the sword while it's lit up like that.
Oh, wow, okay.
Wacksteven,
you're going to help me put that in there, right?
I don't know who that is.
Oh my god.
Okay. Yes, so you have now this sword, this sort of beautifully crafted long sword with a gleaming blade that never tarnishes. Its hilt is sort of adorned with the symbol of an ancient king that you might recognize from your time in Camelot.
Oh god, I just realized if Lancelot sees me with this sword, I'm so fucked. Oh boy.
Can't wait. It feels unnaturally balanced within the hand, as in just no matter what, this thing will balance itself perfectly. And you can also feel that the sword sort of hums faintly with a sort of latent power, hinting at greater abilities that may only reveal themselves to a worthy wielder within time.
Okay.
You may, for all you know, gain the power of Thor. Yes, so you appear in this place with the forest around you, the sort of bizarre presence of the Shadowfell pressing in on you from all sides. You collect these items, and maybe as you're picking these items up and you take a few steps and crest a hill, there is a looming fortress that comes into view, known as Castle Tepesh. Obviously you don't know that, but we do. And it rises like a black fang against the night, its sort of jagged towers piercing up into these swirling storm clouds. You get the sense that there is a change in weather that is about to abruptly take place. A thin mist clings to the ground, curling at your feet like ghostly little fingers. The castle walls are ancient looking and crumbling. The place looks almost completely abandoned, but there is a sort of power that radiates from within, as if the very stones of this place are alive with dark magic. The gate, several tens of feet ahead of you, stands open, the iron portcullis rusted and twisted, welcoming you into this sort of maw of darkness. You can feel the weight of the place, but there really doesn't appear to be any other place around you. You're just kind of on the edge of this forest with very little more to go on than this huge looming castle ahead of you. What do you guys do?
Okay. This isn't a children's story, that's for sure.
No, I feel like I was lied to, profoundly, and
Never judge a book by its cover.
I can really appreciate the lie. I understand it. Okay. So if what do you think about this castle thing here? It seems a little spooky. I'm not gonna lie.
It doesn't seem as spooky as the fellow we were just talking to, though. So, I guess there's that.
I'm not convinced about that. I mean, he seemed like, pretty fragile and like, I don't know, just kind of a douchebag.
Okay, I think we got to work on your perception skills.
What are you talking about? I can see just fine.
Yeah, okay. Well, what can you see down there? Is it just a clear walkway?
It's not exactly clear, per se. There's, the occasional, bones and, other detritus.
Okay.
Also, some creepy looking bats. And, I don't know what that smell is, but it doesn't smell great.
Well, I guess we got to find out what our quest is, right?
Do we?
Yeah, or I think we don't go back. I think we get stuck here. I don't know. They both said that, though, didn't they?
I don't know. I wasn't really listening. All right, well, it seems like this is the only place around. Unless we want to do
like
some
an
scouting.
important thing to be listening to, this is our life now and all. Yeah, so that's okay. I listen for the both of us.
Good. I see that you understand what is happening in this group. Good. Okay, so I will lead the way, and I will
after you
scout around.
I'm merely your jester.
I really like the way that this is going. Okay. I am going to try to stick to the shadows. If there's graves and stuff around and little shrubs and signposts, I'm going to go.
I'm just walking down the street while he's going back and forth and hiding between things.
Yeah, I'm going to be very stealthy.
Okay. Give me stealth checks.
Follow-up question, sir. Are we still at our health from last week, or did returning to the library do anything?
Yes, returning to the library always heals you.
Okay. Just thought I'd check.
Before, yeah.
Okay.
25 for my stealth.
Okay. Are you stealthing as well or not? You are still glowing, by the way.
Yeah, well, shouldn't I have, like, I don't know, subtraction or
You can have disadvantage.
minus for
That's
that?
what you can have.
Yeah, okay, thank you. 11.
11.
Mm-hmm. You making fun of the way I say 11?
No, it's from Spinal Tap.
Okay.
When they turn the music up to 10, and he turns it all the way up one more,
Okay.
and turns it up to 11, and the bloke goes 11. The way he says it is so English. The form of Candle is swiftly moving between darkened areas of this forest, and then between sort of broken-looking tombstones and graves. He's barely perceptible in the darkness. No sound is really being made from the footfalls. However, behind him, walking out of the forest like Mr. Burns irradiated in that one episode of The Simpsons, "We bring you love," is Nivara, glowing, bright, mushroom pasties, and just incredibly obviously stomping their way through the sort of...
Stomping, how dare you?
You got an 11.
Okay, I'm stomping.
You're level 3, grow up. Okay, do better.
I'm stomping.
All right, I mean, this is you're in the dark library.
Mm-hmm.
All right, you're gonna have to do really well.
Okay.
This form moving behind Candle is not at all hidden. Thirdly, there is and has been a ghost following you this entire time. What are your passive perceptions?
Passive perception is...
I've got no idea where it is on these sheets.
I was gonna say, yeah, I'm looking on the sheet. I don't see it none.
I think it is the number that is next to the modifier.
So
13.
Mine's an 11.
I think it's just 10 plus your proficiency plus perception. Does that make sense? Plus wisdom, I mean.
It's your modifier. Plus.
It's the modifier, yeah. Wisdom modifier,
10.
proficiency in 10.
Yeah, so perception modifier plus your wisdom modifier, base 10.
Okay.
So mine is 11.
11.
Okay. It's perception, not wisdom.
Yeah.
It's both.
11.
Yeah. Okay. So you both get 11?
No, I have 13, I think.
13.
Yeah.
Candle, you don't really notice, but as the two of you get close and sort of stand before this castle, there doesn't seem to be a very clear way up to the front door. This huge sort of oaken looking thing, absolutely ancient, looks like it hasn't been accessed in such a long time. The stone stairway that leads up to it, and at one point probably crossed over like a moat, and had like a drawbridge or something, has completely fallen to ruin. There are several other ways that you think you might be able to make it in. You could potentially try and climb up and try and gain access to that giant front door. But there is also a very obvious set of doorways that lead into what look like a set of crypts that might get you in, sort of a back door here. There is, at this moment, I think for Nivara, the hairs on the back of your neck stand, and a sudden chill washes over you. The soft sort of pale mist that is around your feet and legs rises up a moment and swirls around the entrance to the crypt. However, just stepping in next to you, and looking at this entranceway as if they were just a member of this adventuring party, a ghostly figure of a man clad in sort of very basic looking leather armor, but is glowing with sort of otherworldly light, vaguely translucent, very clearly a ghost. No legs, just a wisp, his face very solemn, his eyes haunted by what would maybe seem to you as some form of suffering. The figure says,
Oh, sorry, did I startle you?
"No,
Okay.
did I startle you?
Start a little.
Oh, I'm so very sorry."
It's all right. Are you from the library or here or?
"Library?"
I'll
No.
take that as a no. All right. All
I
right.
suppose my sincerest apologies. My name is Lucian Valor. A pleasure. He holds out his hand to shake yours.
Yep. I accept.
Goes straight through.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, right, yes.
It's all right. I thought that counts.
Right.
Lucian Valor.
Yes.
I'm Navarra. Nice to meet you.
Very nice to meet you. Are you here to free my soul?
Yes.
Oh, thank
Quest accepted.
God.
And I look around at me to see if anything happens.
On your HUD, there's a little
Yeah, exactly.
quest marker that comes up.
Mm-hmm.
EB would never know anyway.
Yeah, you can't see it.
Yeah.
It's actually absolutely fucking ginormous in the center of the screen, and you still can't see it for some reason.
Okay.
Lucian says, "Yes, I cannot escape. My soul is trapped within the sort of prison that is this castle. This is Castle Tepesh. Of course, you probably know that."
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. No, I didn't. And I don't want to lie to you. What does this motherfucker look like?
Who?
You, Brad. What does Lucian look like? Sorry.
Lucian looks like he's got relatively short blonde hair that's been kind of it's fallen a little out of disarray, as if in the moment that he died it was moment of chaos, and he was sort of frozen in that state. His clothing looks pretty simple, but there are a few elements to it. He has a nice belt. He has boots that look like they're a little better than the outfit that he's wearing. He almost looks as if you need to make me an insight check.
Okay. White shirt, button up. 11. Fuck.
He looks maybe like he came from some form of money, but was dressing up as an adventurer to take on some sort of quest, came here and probably died.
Okay.
But beyond that, he's just sort of a pretty average looking guy with light hair in amongst the blue of his, Casper the Ghost style form, spectral form.
Okay. So you wouldn't happen to know how we go about doing that? Saving your soul, would you?
Well, yes, of course. You simply have to travel into the castle there. My soul is chained by a single relic that I brought here. It's known as the Amulet of Midnight. And
Okay. Scandal!
Assuming that...
I'm just darting back and forth.
Yeah.
Like to different graves along the path.
Yeah, he doesn't seem to be aware that you're there at all.
Okay.
The ghost. His sort of spectral eyes meet yours with a moment of desperation. He says, "It lies deep within the castle, through the crypts, and up into the sanguine throne room."
Oh, I am not good with maps. Could you say that again one more time?
You just go through the crypts, straight to the next.
Straight.
Yes, it's
and then
one
and then
room, and then
left,
just
did you
straight
say?
through there.
Okay.
Well, it's just you go just from one battle map to the other.
Oh, okay. That should be easy enough. Okay.
Its power is tied to the Dark Master of this fortress, however.
Oh. Okay. And who's that?
Vlad Tepes. Or, Dracula.
Oh. I don't know who that is. but okay.
You don't know who that is, blimey.
No.
Well, you're lucky. How on earth did you
Ooh.
make it all the way here without knowing who that was?
I don't know if you'd believe me if I told you. Just sort of materialized, I guess. The fates want your soul saved. And so here I am with my friend Candle, who you can't see, who probably wouldn't call himself my friend.
Oh, there's another person here.
Yeah. Small.
Right.
Short.
Great. Well, only by destroying it can I be freed. I think
Okay.
probably.
Destroying the artifact.
Usually.
Are you sure? But
No.
we shouldn't touch it, right?
Oh, definitely. Get it, destroy it, steal it from him, get him away
okay.
from this castle.
Okay. But you're going to be okay if we destroy it. You're not going to disappear or nothing.
I don't
right?
care as long as I'm no longer trapped in this bloody place.
Okay. Okay. What can you tell me about this Vlad fella? You know, weaknesses, strengths.
Well, I've heard, and these are all just rumors, but and it does seem a little silly now that we're sort of down to the wire with it, but garlic doesn't like it. Maybe it's just an allergy, or maybe it's worse.
Okay.
Something to do with steaks.
Okay. So I should give him a steak with garlic on it?
Yes.
Okay.
Why not?
I guess I'll invite him to dinner then.
If it doesn't work, just chop off his head or burn him or something.
Okay.
Everything dies with burning, right?
Yeah.
Well,
Yep.
no one's killed him before, so I don't really know.
Okay, well, let's hope that we can free your soul. I gotta be honest with you, though, Lucian. I don't know if it matters if we succeed or not. So we'll try, but I think we're fucked either way. So.
Yes, well, I very much appreciate it. If you can free my soul, then I shall be forever in your debt. I will do everything in my undying power to bestow a great boon upon you and your imaginary friend.
Short. He's just short. Yeah. Okay, well, I'm not necessarily doing it for a boon, but okay. This is my life now, so
All
I
right,
accept.
Then you don't have to have the boon if you don't want.
Well, I'll take it if you're offering.
Well, you must act quickly before the
Okay.
darkness corrupts you, as it has so many others.
Awkward as possible.
He vanishes.
Candle. What? And I walk over. Hey, did you find something? Because I found
Coast
something.
is clear.
Okay, well, not quite. The ghost was here, and he was talking to me. Lucian Fowler.
Did you eat any of the mushrooms that were around the graves?
No.
You sure?
Yep. Of all the
I
things
saw
that
you
have
with
happened,
those-
if all
saw
the
you
things
with
that have
those blue
happened to us
mushrooms
this far,
before.
you want to question a ghost? Me talking to a ghost?
Whatever.
Okay.
Okay, what
well,
does
I
the
talked
ghost
to him.
want?
Okay, he wants his soul freed from some artifact inside the castle, which is
Okay.
past one battle map into the other. And-
when you say artifact,
Yes.
did the ghost mention anything, I don't know, shiny or valuable about it?
He definitely did, but I can't remember the details. Just that his soul was trapped to it, and we need to destroy it. And this Vlad guy needs to be fed steak with garlic on it. He needs to be invited to dinner. I guess he doesn't like garlic and steak.
Okay. Well,
Oh.
listen. I don't blame them on the whole garlic thing, because
What?
frankly,
I
it's
love
really
garlic.
stinky.
Okay, but it makes food delicious.
So does cake.
Okay. I didn't say cake wasn't delicious too, just maybe not with garlic.
You implied it though.
What? No, you said cake after
Okay,
I
let's
said
go.
okay. Steak and cake. Although I do think I like steak more than I like cake.
What a weirdo.
Okay, you
Mhm.
you heading into the crypts
Oh,
Of course,
yeah.
where else would we go?
You kind of climb the side of the castle. All right. You enter in through the
There's
sort
literally
of.
railings all around us. It's the
It would have
only
been so much
direction.
more dangerous to climb up the castle.
Oh.
So entering in through the passage that is sort of somewhat concealed on the side of the castle, you descend into the cold, damp crypt beneath Castle Tepesh. There are coffins that line the walls and faded murals that show the rise of Count Vlad Tepesh as a ruler of both the living and the dead.
Looking for any gems or anything embedded in said sculptures or walls or anything that looks like I can pry it off and steal it.
Okay. Make me an investigation check.
18.
Very good at this, aren't you? Yeah, you find some gems and stuff. Let's see what you get. You find
0 respect for the whole place. Just like looking around, seeing what I can steal.
Yeah, you find one piece of azurite. I don't know what that is.
It's a blue gemstone.
All right. Calm down, Blake.
Oh,
I thought it was
just
Lucian in this
helping
episode.
you. It is Lucian in this episode.
And you also find
Mm-hmm.
a piece of turquoise. No idea what that is. What color is that one?
Blue-green.
Blue-green.
It's kind of a stone.
Like, is it blue or is it green? Which is hilarious.
I would have thought the turquoise would be turquoise color, but I guess if it's blue-green,
It shows you what you know.
I don't know shit. You also see a thing that looks like a magic wand sitting sort of comfortably on top of
grab
one
that.
of these
Oh my
things.
god. Oh my god. We're gonna die.
Yeah. Okay.
Lord help us. Okay.
You both need to make me perception checks, please.
19.
22.
A 19 and a 22. There is several of the coffins that line the walls that have been broken open. You can see that some of them look like they were opened a very long time ago. Several of them look like they were opened from the outside. Several look like they were opened from the inside. It is a Hitachi one, and you can add that.
I am going to add that. It's got a weird smell to it.
I'm moving on. You
Shaking it. Have some kind of magic power?
It's for sure
Oh,
out of
yeah.
charge. It's been there for a long time. You might want to clean it too.
Oh.
Very old and dusty.
What was the percentage?
Oh no. I was just looking at the encounter and how close we are to it. Okay, that's fine. It's fine.
Yeah, I'm banking on them to start an encounter right now,
Oh, okay. Right now.
and I'm gonna pad some more time here.
Okay.
You see
Okay.
that there are several coffins that have been opened from the outside, as if crowbarred open. You see several coffins as if they had been broken open from the inside, and several of them that remain closed. Again, some lining the walls, some laying across the ground. There are sarcophagi here as well with sort of stone slabs along the top, which all
What do they
appear to
say?
be. What do they
Some of the
say?
slabs.
They
Yeah.
don't say anything. They're not.
Oh, okay. I was
creatures,
helping
they're
you pad for
just-
time, but okay.
Can you
can't
please
speak.
name each
Okay.
coffin?
Yeah.
Yep, I was gonna say just read off the names of each coffin.
Okay.
Wacksteven,
Yeah, it will be.
Pumpkinberry.
Keep interrupting.
Sorry.
You need to both give me investigation checks.
Okay.
20.
2.
A 20
I'm looking
and a
somewhere
10.
else.
Yeah, you. I don't know what you're looking at. You're looking at one of
What's
the
that?
murals, maybe.
I'm looking at the wand. What's that?
Yeah,
Underneath.
you're distracted by the massage gun. Candle, you're aware that several of these coffins, 3 to be precise, look as though they were opened extremely recently, as if the beings within have burst out of them and dragged themselves further into these crypts. You can tell because some of the dust on the ground has been disturbed. Some of the pieces of wood here, varying other coffins are covered in like dust and what looks like maybe ancient sort of soot. These ones look like they dragged themselves free very recently, within the last few days.
Okay, so something burst out of these coffins. Probably bad.
Why do you say that?
Well, you see the way that the debris is here. That's it came out. It didn't go in. You know. So if somebody
Okay.
smashed it open from the outside, the debris would be inside. Instead, it's
Oh, that makes sense.
3
outside.
skeletons
That
attack
makes
you.
all the sense. What?
3 skeletons are attacking you.
Oh, wonderful.
Please roll me some initiatives.
Okay.
Oh my God. You have to put us on the map, I think.
Mm-hmm.
No,
But we don't
need
have to click
yeah,
on our. Okay.
We need to have battle states so we can roll for initiative.
Is that something we do or he does?
No, he does it.
Okay.
I think actually we can do it. Oh no, I think he has to set up.
Combat state toggled. Toggle.
Wonderful.
9 for initiative.
An 8. Great. About to get my pasties knocked off.
Okay. You are having this conversation. My favorite thing to do to
Mhm.
you, by the way, is tell you
I-
that you think you've just to have you, and now you're being attacked.
Oh yeah, we know. we remember.
I feel like if I do this, what I should do is, hang on.
If we hit an encounter while we're in an encounter, that's probably bad.
Yep.
I was
Exactly
right,
what
that
happened last week would happen this week.
That's what I was
Which is-
hoping that would happen.
Yeah.
What I wanted to do was, just as it hit encounter, I was gonna do
Do
this
an
thing
encounter
and then
and
go,
then
oh, and you've
pretend-
added, and they
yeah.
added more in, and then I was gonna
Surprise.
maniacally laugh like a vampire, but they failed me in the chat. So if you could not fail
Okay.
me this time, that would be great. Can we get an encounter
they
during this
tried.
encounter? They haven't tried hard enough. Okay, this is Dark Library.
It's random, and now I'm defending them against
It's
you.
the Dark Library.
Yeah,
okay, I have to be an asshole this week,
Mm-hmm.
and then next week I'll be nice to you again.
Okay.
But you need to try harder.
Okay.
Father has arrived.
just-
The real fear.
Fucking Christ.
The heart palpitation.
Yep.
3 skeletons start moving into the room, surrounding
What did you do?
While the two of you are having this conversation. You can
Look, they
see
didn't come out of the coffin. They're
that the
walking.
skeletons have long incisors. Is that what they're called?
Yes.
Well, you clearly did something because I didn't do
I
anything.
didn't,
All
I
did was
didn't
steal
do
all
it.
the
Well,
gems off
okay,
the
well,
wall.
if you didn't do
There's
anything
this
and I
rod
didn't do
that's
anything, why can't
shaking.
I have not done anything?
It smells really weird. Smell it.
No.
It is time for
I
the
can
skeleton.
smell it from here.
The first skeleton approaches Nivara. and will attempt to swipe at you with its short
Right.
sword. Or not, because I'm clicking the wrong button. Here we go. Oof, an 11 is a miss. This horrible, ancient-looking sword swipes past your thigh as this creature approaches. Next, the other skeleton approaches.
Not gonna, maybe we should deal with this first. We can argue after.
Swinging its short sword at Candle.
Why not both?
Okay, fine.
A swing and a miss again. Candle ducking down. This short sword cracking into an old ancient-looking pillar, stone and bits of debris raining down over Candle. The skeleton moving around. And then the last one is coming in once again towards you, Naivara, with another
I'm
swing
just
of its
saying,
sword.
it's more likely that they were listening and they heard us and then came around the corner than we actively did something.
Oh, I think
Ow!
it's still attacking
Yeah.
Candle. Yeah.
Oh.
Hold on.
A 23 would have been enough to hit either of us.
Yeah.
I just don't know why sometimes I click T and it doesn't do it.
You might be off of the token controls.
No, I'm on token controls. I'm clicking on Navarra and I'm clicking T, but it ain't switching. But maybe because I've already
Well, roll
attacked.
your damage because it hit me either way.
Yeah, but it's going to take it straight off of him, I think.
Oh,
No, you have to select her and then apply damage.
Ah, see,
apply
took it off of you.
damage to me. Oops.
But did you
Well,
select her or did you
Yeah.
select me?
This is exactly what I'm saying. I don't understand. Okay. I'm absolutely
I'll do it.
100%
I'll do
sure
it.
it's user error because I am new to this, but
I am also sure of that.
yeah, 100%.
Okay.
It's a Friday night. Leave me alone.
Ow.
No, Vara, you take 3 damage. Kendall, you
Yep.
don't take any damage. Then it is Candle's turn.
Okay, now, thematically, I have the Hitachi magic wand in hand. Okay.
Okay.
Would you say that this would double as a club or improvised weapon?
Well, it's not designed to do damage, so improvised weapon.
Okay.
It's designed to be gentle, even though.
Just enjoying that moment. Well, Brad had to figure out how he was gonna handle that. Amazing.
Okay. Then I will drop the Hitachi magic wand, and I will draw my short bow. I think, and let's see. I will disengage as a bonus action.
Okay.
With my cunning action. And then I will go over here. And then I will fire at the one that is currently on Naivara's right with my short bow.
Okay.
I will go ahead and use my inspiration that I have as well.
Okay.
How did you get inspiration?
Yeah,
It
what'd
was
you
my
get
birthday
inspiration
last
from?
week. Remember, I asked, can I have inspiration because it's my birthday?
Did you?
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah,
I don't remember that.
yeah.
Okay.
I believe it.
That's fine, yeah. I'm more than happy to give out inspiration as birthday presents. That's way easier. I don't have to wrap it.
Okay. So 20 to hit.
That's what she
And
said.
Absolutely hits.
so this will be with my sneak attack as well. Normal attack. And then I can't use my favored foe. Because that is... Oh no, when I hit a creature with my attack roll, I can call on it. I will. Did we recover our abilities when we went back?
Yeah, you get full long
think you
rest
said
every
full
time you hit the
long rest.
library.
Okay. Okay. Then I will use favored foe on this guy. Consume one of my usage. Okay, and then so this will be an extra d6, and then also sneak attack.
To the same guy.
Yes.
Nice.
Okay, so 17 damage.
You destroy
damage.
this skeleton. What happens? How does it look?
Yeah, I sort of like tumble away from the skeleton that's attacking me. I do like a somersault on the ground, and there's some weird icky stuff that gets on my shirt, and I'm kind of like trying to wipe it off as I'm drawing my short bow, and I grab it, and I take aim, and I aim for the biggest target that this thing has, because it's all, bones. I go for the head, and the arrow just impacts, and it cracks like half of the skull, like, and it gets embedded inside on the other side of the skull. So the arrow's like still there, and half the skull just kind of like breaks apart and collapses.
Yeah, the skeleton sort of explodes into all of its varying bones around you, Nivara, landing around you, scattered, and also sort of being flung across the far wall. Then there is a as the skeleton reforms. And I don't know what this next sound effect sounds like. Wow.
I really have to make a poop.
I don't know when I made that, or if I got that from somewhere else, or what. Might have been Mistlight or something.
That was
but
amazing.
Yeah, the skeleton.
I'm just saying, it's equal chance it was you. Oh, thank you. Is it? Oh no, you didn't do nothing. It's back. It's back.
Reforms
Got it.
because the fates have intervened,
Oh,
and
son of a bitch.
the additional encounter has begun. Thank you very much, the fates. That's you, chat, not these two idiots.
It was Navahia's fault. Remember that.
You see this skeleton reform in front of you after destroying it. It is that the end of your turn?
Yeah.
Okay, it's
But it
Nivara's
wasn't cool
turn.
enough for you.
Sorry, was my sound effect not cool enough? Counted. Nivara, your turn. What are you doing?
I am going to swing at this one in front of me here with my sword. I hope. Well, I sure do hope. $18.
18 hits.
Right. 12.
Damn. You knock half of this skeleton's body away from it as you sever the spine from the legs. The legs kind of explode, rolling across the ground. The top half, the torso and the skull landing at the ground and then crawling towards you. It is on 1 HP.
And I'm just not sure how we're gonna make a steak dinner with garlic. Where are we gonna get the garlic?
Maybe there's some steak in one of these coffins. I don't know. You want a garlic?
Okay.
I mean, surely we
I
can
just
find
mean
a
how
substitute.
we gotta cook it, right? Well, what if he likes to substitute?
I don't
Could
know.
you get this one over here?
I just fired. Give me a second to find another arrow.
I can't do arrow sound.
Chop, chop.
Okay. End of your turn?
And that's what your arrows sound like.
It's just hard to do because the gate on the microphone stops me from being able to use my full power of sound effects.
Sure, that's it.
It is.
He's gonna
It can't catch any of the subtle breath noises that are required for
Thank God.
Is that the end of your turn?
Hitachi magic wand. You can make settlement.
Yes. That's
Yes,
it.
okay. All right.
That's the end of
All
my
right,
turn.
okay, yeah, great.
Yep. Sorry.
That's okay. I asked 3 times. If I ever have to ask again.
Okay. Okay.
Skeleton is going to try and hit you with a short sword from the ground.
Okay.
It is going to miss. The other one is also going to try and hit you from the other side there. One's going to miss. The skeleton that was near Candle, that disengaged from Candle, follows Candle, picking up an old ancient looking short bow from the ground and knocking it's just a shard of wood rather than an arrow. And he's going to fire that at Candle. Now when I click on Candle and then click T, nothing happens. Why?
Hover over.
Oh, you hover. That was my issue. It's been my issue for 2 weeks.
Oh wow.
Got it. And with that, my power returns as an arrow strikes Candle,
Ouch!
dealing 5 points of piercing damage. Says the skeleton. Enjoy. Finally learning how to use the virtual tabletop that we know and love, provided lovingly by the Forge, my close personal friend. Candle, it's your turn.
Okay. My turn. Wow, we did all 3 skeletons' turns already?
Mhm. I'm a
Okay,
professional.
Wow, what's that like? I will, this one just shot at me. I am not happy about that. I have everything to live for. So I am
What's that like?
going.
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I
there you go.
totally said it
There you
because you
go.
said it.
Yeah. I'm going to run over here, and then I'm going to hide behind this column. Make a stealth check. For a 20 to hide.
Okay. You look like you're very massively hidden from these. All of the skeletons. This is how this combat's going to go every week. All of the skeletons aggro to Nivara. The one that had the bow just
Perfect.
aims
Now,
its bow at Nivara.
Just because you couldn't kill Par, right? So now you're coming for me.
sure.
I see how it is.
Maybe.
And then, yeah, the one that shot at me, I take aim at and will fire an arrow with advantage. Because I
Okay.
am hidden.
Yep.
Hey, we were talking.
24.
24 definitely
Okay.
hits.
Okay. So I will apply my damage as well as favored foe. 4 plus another 6. Where'd it go? D6 for another 5, so 9 plus sneak attack. Another 5, so 14.
Yeah, how do you destroy this one?
I think this one, I actually like aim for its neck so that it severs its like quiver off of its back. So I'm like take aim and shoot, release my shot, and it totally pierces the neck, and you see it like knock off the arrows and the quiver and everything on its back, and they just kind of splat all out behind it.
Yeah. This does so. And then
Come on!
The skeleton
It's so
reforms.
good.
That's just excessive.
Looking a little battered, these skeletons that have reformed, but they do reform from, you know, quote unquote, death. Is that the end of your turn?
That's it for me.
Okay, Novara.
Okay. Same thing as last time. We're going to go ahead and attack this guy with Excalibur.
Damn, that's a natural one.
Damn.
Completely
I
forgot that I need to
swing.
do my natural ones table.
Yeah.
You're very lucky.
Yes, I know.
I'm gonna write that down. I'm gonna write down an actual piece of paper so that I
Are you
actually
gonna doodle
see it.
next to it? Doodle Lionel for reasons. Just
Okay, I will.
Gary Lionel. Okay. Okay, yeah, I thought for a second about getting a second win, but I think I'm just in the middle of this conversation. Don't you walk away when we're talking!
Yeah, just
Yeah. And I just
completely with
just
it.
completely missed him. Yep.
Okay, end of your turn.
Yes.
All right. The skeletons will attack once again. 2 of them attacking Nivara. 1 attacking... Oh no, all 3 of them are going to attack Nivara, aren't they? So let's go.
Oh boy.
Short sword attack.
Chad, help me!
It's going to miss. That one's going to hit
no.
you and deal 4 damage.
Okay, that's not so bad.
And
Chad,
then an
don't
arrow
panic. I'm
comes
still
flying
okay.
towards you. Wack's going to do me a perfect pitched arrow sound now. Good. But it does miss.
Perfect.
As all of these creatures are just completely missing you with these attacks, bringing us back round to Candle again.
Yeah, okay. I will try and hide again, and that's a 14 versus their passive perception.
Yeah, they have no idea you're there.
Okay. Yeah. I am Nivara looks fine. She's only got 2 skeletons.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
I'm fine.
grabbing her flesh.
Don't
with
worry,
swords.
Chad. I panicked.
I will attack the one that I already killed.
Yep.
Did you, though? I don't
I
think it
think I
counts.
did.
No. Actually,
Let's see. Wow.
Oh, sorry. Hold on. That was I get it with advantage. I was hiding. 16.
Absolutely hits.
Okay. And then I will spam this again because it's too high up in the chat logs. Favored foe. So damage first. For 6 plus 5 from favored foe, and then sneak attack for another.
isn't it
6.
1d4 for damage for favorite foe?
It is. I am so sorry. So this should be 7, 13 total.
13.
Yes.
You destroy this one, not that one. This one.
So, yeah.
As it explodes into blood.
Oh, hell
Where
yeah.
did the
They
blood
can't,
come from? That's unnecessary.
I don't know, but hey, they can die. So,
Vampire-
you know,
vampire
there's that.
bullshit. They explode, the bones bursting into blood as if each bone was a water balloon filled with vampiric blood.
And that's it for my turn.
Okay, Nivara, your turn.
Okay, I will strike again.
The guys in the chat room, we're very close to
God
loot
damn
box
it.
here for these. There might be some loot on these skeletons if you hit that loot box. Actually, both bars will be a loot box if you give us enough money. So
I want to just explain that Brad was very disappointed that we did not get a guest last week. He was very depressed.
I want to go ahead and say something.
No, is it going to be who was going to be here? Because I'll cry.
No.
Okay.
But it was pretty rough. I did have to cancel the guest appearance from Matt Mercer that I worked on for those whole 2 weeks. No, it wasn't that. But my second episode, I just assumed that there would be a guest. I don't know why. And then I couldn't do it. So I had to redo this whole thing this week. And I was like, you know what? Vampires. We're doing vampires this week because... Do we know why?
Why?
Can you hazard a guess?
Maybe it has something to do with Sunday at 3 p.m.?
No, because it's
No?
October and it's Halloween.
Oh,
Exactly. I mean, come on.
it's perfect setup. Thank you.
Really weird answer.
Yeah.
Very.
Really weird and specific answer.
Ridiculous.
All right.
Okay,
Well, you miss with your longsword as you continue to have a conversation, just not even trying.
Yeah.
Is that the end of your turn?
It is. It most certainly is.
All right. The skeleton next to you is going to once more attempt to swipe at you with a short sword. It's going to hit you this
that
time
hits me.
and deal 6 damage as
Ooh.
it slices open your cat-like form, anthropomorphic cat body. And then another hit.
That was almost a crit.
It's very almost a crit
Yep.
for 8 damage this time.
Okay,
as the second one
I'm not doing so hot.
strikes you as well.
Ow!
And that brings us to Candle.
Dodge around. Jump out of the way of when they attack you.
Right. Because I didn't think of doing that myself.
I mean, I couldn't really tell. I will,
I love these two.
I will, probably attack this one because this is the one that, was destroyed before.
I want a
and came back.
supercut of the conversation, by the way, someone. Just get a supercut of the whole conversation from the beginning to the end of the fight and just cut out all of the rolls.
Okay. So yeah, I take aim at this one, and because it's in melee with Nivara, I will automatically get a sneak attack, so I don't have to worry about having advantage on my attack if I hit. Should I hide anyway? I'll hide anyway, just in case, so I can get advantage on the attack. I will try. A 15.
Yeah,
And
you're hidden.
then I will.
Their passive perception, by the way, is a 9. So it's really, really hard to not hide from them. You could probably have just walked through here if I'd looked at their stats
Okay,
first.
sorry, I did not mean to do that twice. Apologies. Okay. This is with advantage. 13.
Yeah, that
Hit.
hits.
And then that is gonna be 7 plus favored foe. Oh, come on! I just want to spam it in the chat.
Which one are you aiming at?
This one. I'm the I have it targeted right now.
This one?
The one
yeah,
to the right.
okay, right.
So 4 from favored foe, and then sneak attack. So that is 16 damage.
And you absolutely fully destroy this one. It explodes into blood. Into blood.
Okay.
Thank you.
And then, you're welcome. And then, that's it for my turn.
Right, Nivara, your turn.
Okay, I am going to try again to attack
All right.
with the sword. Fucking forget the sword.
How did I give you +1 to this sword and you still...
Yeah, I don't know.
All right.
What did I roll?
I know what
Two?
it is. It's
A
because it
two.
says longsword and not Excalibur.
If I change it and then
Roll again. If you hit, it hits and destroys this creature permanently with no respawn. If you miss,
okay,
the sword shatters into 1,000 pieces.
really? You mean that? Oh my god!
You bring the glowing sword back,
No!
swinging it down towards this skeleton. You see your swing going slightly too far to the right as the thing is crawling towards you. The blade that is supposed to be magic and supposed to be filled with all of this untarnishable enchantments strikes the ground, and it the end breaks off of it. It's now like broken, you know, like jagged, broken
Yeah.
halfway down the blade, like
Straight
Riven's
out of-
sword from Thingy, yeah. And the
Oh,
other end of it
Prince, yeah.
flies off. You now have a broken Excalibur sword, and we're going to mess with that in a second. That'll be fun.
Cool.
The
that's
light
my-
flickers out.
Hold on, this is important. That's my baby sister in the chat right there, and King Arthur is like one of her favorite, and so I will have to live with this for the rest of my life, that I have broken one of the best swords of all time. So that's great. I'll live
You're-
with that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
The Lancelot's going to be even more pissed off.
Oh my god. Oh no. Okay.
Oh no!
Yeah, I'll change and I'll change how the sword works. I'll write that down.
On your piece of paper.
I'll write it down. X and then dash Caliber because it's
Yeah.
Excalibur.
Oh,
It
I
used to be
see, I
Excalibur, but it's
see.
now X
Mhm,
Excalibur. X Excalibur is even
Give
better
me
because
cross
it's
slash with
so
it.
bad. All right, maybe. Okay. The skeleton is going to attempt to get you right back.
Okay.
Its own little with the.
Are you really sure you know how to use? Oh, okay.
It broke. It's not me. It's the sword.
Yeah, it's the sword, not the person swinging it.
You take 7 damage, or do I roll again?
I bet you think the sword is magic.
Yeah,
and
I
it
just happen to. It's
thinks.
glowing.
Uh-huh. So are your tits. Are they magic?
I mean,
Technically, all tits
Sorry.
are magic.
I think you roll again.
Do I roll again for how do I do crits?
So it should be an option when you do the damage. It'll say crit when it comes up. So just push damage and it'll say crit.
I see. You get lucky this time. 13. So
Ooh.
take another 6 off.
Right.
Because I don't
Can
know how
you-
to apply it to you from there. I mean, I
Okay.
can do it in here.
I got it. I got it.
Okay. And then it is Candle's turn.
Oh, shit.
Okay.
This creature has 1
Yeah.
HP.
Right. I'm debating if Nivara is actually an impediment to us completing the quest or helpful at this point.
She is.
Let's see here.
Well, she served as a very good sort of decoy for you to just like pop these guys.
That is
Yep.
true. That is fair. Fair. Okay. If that's the case, I'm kind of weighing the pros and cons, and I say, okay, fine. I will hide.
See you hesitating over there.
Yeah, well, I just saw you use a magical sword and broke it somehow. I will try to hide behind the pillar, 21, and then I will attack the one that Nivara cannot seem to actually damage.
Thank you. Thank you.
Can't miss.
It's a 16 to hit, and then
It actually-
this will-
It
You
has
have
1
advantage.
HP, so how do you destroy this?
I want to
This
see my
guy.
full damage. Thank you
Yeah,
very much.
okay, yeah. Sorry, I forgot that you're one of those.
Okay.
We'll wait.
17 damage.
Okay.
We'll wait.
Yeah.
Kind of like looking at Navarro while I shoot the skeleton the whole time.
Yeah.
You know?
Just absolutely has zero trouble dealing with these skeletons, while Navarro
Yeah.
is just like absolutely struggling, missing everything. And then eventually the sword falls to the ground, breaks, and then an arrow comes in from Candle, destroying the final skeleton here.
Maybe the feathers are poking you when you're attacking. Is that it?
I don't know. It's a sword. It was just so perfectly balanced. I didn't know what I was doing.
Okay.
Also, I may have
Look.
been distracted by our conversation. I'll try not to do that again. I still don't know where we're going to get the steak dinner or
Neither
how
do
we're
I.
going to cook it.
Maybe there's a kitchen in here. You never know.
Maybe there's
I mean,
a
it's
kitchen.
this is a big castle house.
How good at you
thing.
sneaking in kitchens?
I
Yeah?
snuck into many a kitchen.
Okay, well, now we're talking.
Yep. Yep. How do you think I eat?
Sneaking into kitchens? Is that the only way you eat?
Yes.
Well, I'd
Literally,
say we're...
just go hungry if I don't do it.
Well, are you hungry now?
Yeah. Aren't you? We haven't been given anything. I mean, I had that shot of whiskey, but that's about
Actually,
it.
no, I don't think I am feeling hungry yet. Do we
Well, I
get
can go for
hungry
a
when we...
steak.
Well, you want steak and not cake?
No, I'd take a cake any day over a steak, but
Okay.
I'll take a steak.
But it sounds good right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
You put it in my head.
Yeah. Garlic or no?
No. Why would you
Okay.
put garlic on a steak?
Why not? It's delicious. Okay. Let's wander off to the kitchen.
You're going to
Look,
wander off to the
you-
kitchen. Okay.
Do you have any
Yeah.
weapons?
Yeah.
Do you?
I hold up my hands. Worked well enough last time. I can't seem to use the sword, so
I throw her the stick. The quarterstaff.
what am I gonna do with this?
You hit things with it.
And I turn my nose up at it, but I'll take it, I guess. Like a toothpick.
You got it for me.
I know, but I got it in your size.
Okay. All right. Fine. Fine. I'll just do the whole thing myself. Okay? I'll just
Look,
do the whole quest
hey,
myself.
my claws worked
No,
well enough
fine.
last time. They saved your hide, if I remember.
I think that you are just slightly misremembering. That was a two-person fight. Okay?
Okay.
I was totally fine. I didn't have
Totally fine.
nearly a scratch upon me.
Gee, I wonder why that was.
Because
We're
I
just
dodged out of
arguing
the
as
way
we're
of
walking down the
attacks.
hall.
Yeah, you guys
seem
head
to
out
try
of
and
the,
stop a
the
sword with your
crypt, and then
face.
you go to the... I faded myself out by accident. It was supposed to be you that faded out. You start moving through the sort of the crypts here. Guys, they are very close to a loot box.
I don't care what anybody says. I
They
love
need a
them.
new sword.
What? Can't they just fix Excalibur? Can't we just magically repair that one? It has
destroyed forever.
story value.
All of its magic, all of its story,
Oh my
gone,
God.
lost in a
They
horrible,
can't
Oh my
magically
fault.
fix that. There is a new bar that is at the bottom of the screen there that is sub-goal. On the
Oh, yes.
on this side of the screen,
Mm-hmm.
it is
And then low.
donation tip
Mm-hmm.
bar, and on the bottom of the screen is a sub bar. That sub bar will instantly heal them to full health, or if they're already at full health, they will gain an item known as an elixir, which will give them full health and abilities and spell slots back as if they've had a long rest. You move
I think
through.
we do have a potion of healing though, right? From the
I have a potion of healing.
Yeah,
from
you
the
have a
library. I
potion
think
of
we
healing.
each got one, didn't we?
You've got a healing ability as well. Don't forget, you have second
Yeah, I
wind.
know. Mm-hmm.
You just
Maybe I should do that now. I'll do that now.
you can do that.
Thank you.
Alright. Well, I mean, if you have a potion, maybe use that instead.
Well, I thought you said we
Easier.
only had one. I thought we
Well,
each
I
got
have
one.
one. Do you have one?
Yes.
I've got
we
one in
each
my
got
bag.
one. Okay. All right. Do I have a bag? Or do these magical items just appear
I
when
just
we
have a
want
little
them?
pouch on my belt.
I'm just wondering how
You
this
can
works.
have a little satchel,
Like a hidden
little
hidden
thing.
inventory. Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
no, it's not
Prison
as that
wallet.
guy
Yeah.
who just
I
pull
will
things out of nowhere.
fiddle into my weird bag attached to the fates, and I will pull out the healing potion, and I will pop one of those, which is 1d4,
No.
1d6,
Normal healing.
2d4 plus 2.
2d4 plus 2. Okay, I'm just gonna roll that, right?
Yeah.
5.
5.
And then I do second wind.
Okay.
Fucking
It's
hell.
a D10 plus 3.
I think I can just hit this button.
Yeah.
You may have a button, yeah.
Oh, it says there are no uses remaining even though we had a rest, because I don't know how to say we did a rest.
You can just change the charges on the left side. There's like a charges column or whatever.
Thank you for the
These are
subs and
uses-
tips,
uses
everyone, while they do that.
Sorry,
While they fiddle with their
where?
character sheets.
charges
like-
on the side of the ability. I have to edit it, or
Uses.
okay. All right, hold on. I don't.
Thank you for
see
the
what we're
subs
looking
and
at, but
tips,
that's great.
everyone,
I'll just,
throughout
yep, I'll just.
the evening.
What is it again?
Very much
One D-
appreciate them.
Okay, hold on. It's cool. It's great. Why won't it let me do that? Okay, thank you. 5 plus 3.
8.
It's great. This is gonna be fine.
8 plus 5 is 13 total. You've gotten 13 total hit
I
points
know.
back from the potion and this.
I too had to learn an entirely new virtual tabletop.
Mm-hmm.
Can you imagine having to learn this in 2 weeks for a show? It's the scariest thing I've ever had to do.
Yeah.
I can't learn. It was horrible.
Only osmosis.
Speaking of osmosis, thank you so much for the tips and the subs.
Mm-hmm.
This evening. They all go towards keeping us and the channel actually going.
Yes.
We can no longer afford to run this channel, and I am not kidding. I hope you enjoy all the shows, because they're the last ones you'll ever
Stop
get.
it.
We did hit another loot box now, though.
Ah, just in time. Look at that.
Is it a shirt?
You get some loot. Rolling towards you from the skeletal corpses, just as you're about to leave the room, you recognize the 2 of them dropped some stuff. Let's see what it was. 2 items.
Now the
I'll say
question
that,
is-
they just, you can determine who gets what, but the first item is
a shirt.
a javelin,
Oh.
Nope.
Excellent.
which is a
yeah.
thrown weapon that you can add to your sheet, Nivara, since you are the weapons proficient fighter of the adventuring party.
Mhm.
The second item, rolling across the ground, is a full-blown fucking warhammer.
You can take that too.
Yes.
It's too heavy for me. What am I going to do with that?
Perfect.
What does this look like?
Perfect.
I mean, I feel like this is like gothic and vampiric looking, some sort of ancient looking Shadowfell
Okay.
warhammer.
It
It's like
looks
encased
like
in
an ice-
bones.
Oh yeah. Well, I was gonna
I
say.
did
I
the
think,
I accidentally
Mhm.
did that meme where the guy from American Psycho goes. As soon as you did that, I was so
Oh,
into it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
Warhammer, that's sick.
Yeah, it's encased in bones, like wrapped around the metal, and it's got like a wicked spike on one side and a flat, like a flat side on the other.
Yeah.
ooh.
Nice.
I just pick it up.
Yeah.
I say, yeah, I can't use that. It'll probably
Well,
break
I
both
probably
of them
can't
anyways.
either. So yep. Mm-hmm.
Maybe it's got the sigil of Vlad, the Impaler
just-
on it.
It's just a butthole with a spike going through it.
That's it. That's his sigil. That's what he wanted flying on his banners into war. Another loot box awaits them if you fill up the dark bar there, the next goal on the dark bar, and then a good guest, not a bad guest, but a good guest, and also what is that? There's like something. Hang on, it's something like a smudge.
I see it.
There's like a little smudge on my bar there, as if something else will happen as well.
I don't quite understand what that red dot. And the
Oh,
white
it's like a little,
dot
yeah, it's like a little thing on there. That's interesting. I wonder what that
I don't
is.
like that.
I guess we'll never know. I suppose I found there was a way to find out. You start moving through.
Sorry.
You start moving through the crypts, entering through a sort of what looks a bit like a hidden passage to you as you approach it. It kind of comes up on you out of nowhere as you sort of see this opening. You descend into the sort of cold, damp halls that run underneath Castle Tepesh. The coffins go away, but the murals do not. Every now and then you see a new mural depicting some sort of odd-looking, pale-looking individual or the rise of this count. Several of them depict people impaled on things, sometimes through their rectum. And you step through an ancient oak door eventually into a sort of quiet room. An empty stillness descends, and before you stretches a vast chamber which is at first unnaturally quiet. The air here is quite thick, almost suffocating, carrying with it the scent of stone and decay.
This doesn't look like a kitchen.
I'm just saying, like. Oh.
The walls
Hi.
lined with these rotting tapestries depict grim scenes of conquest and bloodshed. The colours on them long since leached away. But it's not the decor that draws your attention. It's the soft, disembodied whispers. The room comes alive with them. Faint voices, too quiet to make out, echo around you. They raise and fall like waves, sometimes sort of surrounding you in a cacophony of murmurs, sometimes receding into the distance. You catch snippets
your
of
ghost?
words, names, warnings, promises, and curses, all in languages both familiar and forgotten.
I'm having that weird sense of this has happened before.
Tall columns of obsidian flank the hall, each engraved with the faces of long dead souls. Their expressions frozen in silent agony. As you pass, their eyes seem to shift, watching you, mouths slightly open, as if on the verge of speech. At the far end of this hall, illuminated by a single pale beam of light, is a stone altar, and on it sits a book, its pages fluttering despite the still air. Around the book are various writing instruments, pencils, charcoal, chalk, a pot of red ink with a quill. The whispers grow a little louder as you approach it. You realise too late that the whispers are not mere echoes. They are souls trapped in eternal torment, bound to the magic of this room, and now that you've entered, they want something from you. One of the pages turns over as forms of shapes begin to spread like black ink across the pages. Images of a warrior appear on the page first.
I'm going
Don't speak.
to...
Brad's GMing me in a horror game.
No, go on.
Continue, Brad. Oh God.
I'm
damn
also
it.
GMing Whack, so he gets to.
I know,
I'm
but
also
He
here.
wants to know if he can keep one of the pencils as a weapon
No,
and what the stats of that
Okay.
weapon are.
Does it seem... Do I get the impression that these obelisks with the people, souls trapped inside or whatever, are they the ones that are creating the
Or
whispers? Are
whatever.
they murmuring?
Give me an Arcana check.
So good at those.
Mm-hmm.
18.
You get the sense that these are, the faces are the trapped souls and remnants of people who tried to defy Count Vlad Tepes. Their bodies were destroyed, but their spirits were cursed to linger in torment. They want release. They are quite literally trapped here, but not all of them seek the same kind of release. Some wish for peace, others for vengeance. A few seek to trap new souls in their place. You get the sense that both the whispers are coming from some of these trapped things, and also some of them just seem to be whispers coming from undead beings, ghosts, from all across the castle, the graveyard outside, the crypt, and maybe even the Shadowfell at large.
Okay. If any of them look like they're murmuring, I'm gonna cut off a piece of rope, and I'm just gonna cram the rope in their mouth.
Yeah, you can do that. However, nothing changes. It doesn't change the element of
The whispers are still happening?
They're all still happening.
Oh, come on.
Hey, I think that might be the artifact.
What, the book? Or the obelisks?
The book.
I mean, there's people talking inside of them. That's not artifact to you?
Well, he said one, right?
I don't know.
An
You
artifact.
met the ghost.
He said an artifact, not artifacts,
Okay.
plural.
Well, maybe it's a guessing game. Maybe we gotta pick one.
I think we just light it on fire.
The whole castle? Okay.
What about food?
But can we just,
Kitchen.
can we look around and steal all the stuff first?
Before we light the castle on fire or before we deal with the book?
Yes.
Okay. You go ahead and you look around. I'll go investigate the book.
Now we're talking. Hey. Looking for anything I can steal in this place.
All right, give me an investigation check.
Yeah, it sounds like you can steal a soul or 4.
It's gotta be worth something. 15.
Roll me a d20.
11.
You find around this sort of place, you find 11 black opals gemstones, very small, but you find them
11.
11.
Sorry.
You find them in varying places. It actually takes you some time, so this isn't like you just immediately do this, but over the course of whatever Nivara does, you go around the room. These are inlaid in varying places in these columns, so they're quite hard to spot, these black gemstones inside of these onyx pillars, but you're able to find them and very easily pry them out. And I think that's what you're doing during the background of this entire next scene, is we just every now and then see him prying out these little gemstones from the wall. And what would you like to do, Nivara?
I'm gonna look at the book.
Okay. You don't really
don't
need to
wanna
make me a
touch it.
check here. You can just see it.
Okay.
Yeah. The book is flitting between several different pages, and as you stop and watch, you see it flit between pages of it stops and opens to 2 pages which fill with images of a warrior, words appearing around but not as sort of straight sentences, just sort of disjointed words. Every now and then you recognize you can understand one of the words. You see betrayed, you see comrades, you see agony, you see curse. The pages flip over again and you see images of a woman, a sort of feminine figure, tears, grief, and then you get the sense of the images sort of filling the page that suggest a grieving mother. You again recognize words, some of them you don't, some of them you do. You see children, you see please, you see voices, but it's quite hard to make out. The pages turn again, and images of books suddenly fill the pages that turn, almost as if the pages are drawing a library, not too dissimilar to the libraries that you'd been in. These kind of liminal spaces as they stretch, a perspective shift as these books and library shelves appear. A few words appear on the page again, most of them in a language you don't recognize, but you see the words knowledge, cursed, release. Pages shift over for a final time, and across the pages nothing appears. The pages simply begin to softly glow. There's an almost patient calm that comes off of the page for a moment as it sort of waits and then begins to glow, and then it shifts again back and forth. Once again you see the same images on the first page, the warrior. This time, however, the entire pages aren't filled. There's an open space that is left blank, inviting you to finish the page, drawing instruments around, writing instruments around.
Is this it? And I guess I'm talking to any of the voices that feel like responding. Is this what's keeping you here? I look at the drawing instruments for a moment, and then I realize I don't want to do that. I don't want to use that. I'm worried it'll trap me in there. Candle.
Yeah.
Candle,
Yeah.
come look at this.
Is it more opals?
No, it's... I don't know. It looks
Okay,
like...
well, if you don't know what you're looking at, how am I going to look at it?
Well, because you're smarter than me.
That's true. Okay.
So, it looks like we can add to it by drawing something, or... I don't
What are you
know.
going to draw?
I'm not. I get the feeling if I... You know that thing they say about storytelling and how it takes a piece of you when you're telling a story and adds to it? Well, what if it takes a piece of me when I add to the book?
The pages
Is that
flip
done?
again. The grieving mother images filling the page, an open space.
Are there any
blank.
torches in here?
Oh, no.
Yeah, there's like weird gothic candelabras that are kind of lighting very softly some of the areas, but the altar with the book on itself has like a clear shaft of light on it.
We get
Does
5
it-
gift subs right now. I'll do something so stupid. I'll draw in the book. I just had an idea. Sorry, White. Go ahead.
Well, you better draw on it fast.
Well, Oh, are you about to do something? Okay, I was gonna draw something, so I'll do that. Okay. When you said the page flipped to a sad mother, and then I'm gonna draw a stick figure of the mother and reunited with her son.
You draw on this page. Make me
Eye candle.
a performance check.
5.
A 5.
Mhm.
It's a
I
terrible
said
drawing.
it was a stick figure.
Yeah, it's a terrible drawing. Now make me an insight check.
Terrible stick figure.
Now make me an insight check.
15.
You hear the sound of this individual, this grieving mother coming through that says,
My children, they were taken from me. I only want to see them once more. Please, let me hold them again. Let me hear their voices.
the pages shift.
God.
The images kind of melt away. The pages shift over again, and then suddenly the book slams closed.
I don't think it liked my drawing.
The
I
light
didn't
goes
like it
out.
either.
And I'm glowing.
The candles are still lit of the torches, but the light goes out. Ahead of you, you hear as a door opens.
Maybe you did something right. I know that sounds weird, but
I was just going to say, you sound pretty pleased with that. Okay. Should we go through the door?
let me check it out. Hold on. I'm gonna
Be
sort of
careful.
very carefully walk over towards the door, keeping an eye out for any traps or anything.
Yeah,
Heads on a swivel, looking up and around and down on the ground.
it's a wave of cold air greets you as you get close to the kind of doors here. There is sort of a weight to the room ahead of you, and you can see just inside this door, almost as if a double door is cracked open and allows you to look in. The room inside is lit by sort of iron candelabras that run along the walls. They're flickering flames, casting long waving shadows that seem to twist and bend in ways that inevitably make your skin crawl. At the far end of the room, an imposing stone throne sits raised. Its jagged edges and sharp angles give it a sort of foreboding presence, as if it were carved from the bones of the earth itself. Above it there are banners of long forgotten, tattered and faded sigils that speak of a dark legacy. The throne at first looks empty, but you can actually make out there's almost a shadow of something kind of blurring in and out of your vision sitting there. The unmistakable weight of something watching you, as if the room itself is alive with unseen eyes. And around you there is an oppressive silence the closer you get to this door. You can actually hear the flicker of the candle flames as you get towards this door. The polished sort of columns that run along this place, a couple of them crumbling and ancient, are etched with symbols of power and sacrifice. Again, the shadows grow larger and begin to gather unnaturally as you look and peer into this room.
I turn around and I start walking back.
What do you say?
The fucking living shadows just sitting in the throne. Probably this guy that likes steak.
You don't have any, though. Maybe we could just invite him out.
We could still look for a kitchen.
Okay. I mean, you did say you were hungry, and he does seem more like a dine-in kind of fella.
Also,
But maybe we could just ask him where the
shadows.
kitchen was.
I mean, sometimes when guys walk in, like we take, baths in the river, okay, it can be
Okay.
really cold, right?
Yeah.
When it's really cold, stuff shrivels, okay?
Okay.
Down below, okay?
Okay.
And, when I went near the door, that happened.
You shriveled.
Yes.
Okay. Well, maybe it's a bigger room and harder to heat.
Maybe. There weren't any fireplaces.
Are
There was
you
none.
saying it's magic, Cand?
Yeah, probably. I don't know. Maybe a fucking wizard. Who the hell knows?
Okay. Well, I say we... How good are you at cooking?
I'm pretty good at, everything.
Yeah. Well, why don't we just tell him we're chefs, and why don't we offer to make him dinner?
How expensive does the book look?
The book is no longer there. Neither are the writing instruments.
Wow, I didn't even see you take the book.
I I didn't.
That was pretty
didn't.
good.
No,
Okay.
No,
All right.
Candle, I didn't.
All right. Yeah. Okay. Well, the candelabras, they're out now, right?
The only door. I guess we have to go that way if we're gonna get to the kitchen.
I mean, have we really looked for a kitchen? Really?
I mean, there's no other door.
Maybe it's like a secret. You know how many places I've been to that have secret doors? A lot.
Okay, well, do you want to look around for a
I'm gonna
secret
start
door
just
that's
walking
definitely
up to the
designed
wall.
for us not to be able to find it because it's a secret?
I'm gonna walk up to the wall. I'm gonna start pulling on torches. I'm gonna be lifting candelabras up.
Yeah. Not only does this do absolutely nothing, but the door that you entered in from the crypt area has vanished as well. It's been replaced by a clean-looking, mirror-polished piece of black
Candle,
onyx.
candle. I think.
I can't. Give me a second, okay? I'm looking.
Okay, all right. 1 second. Potato.
We don't have any potatoes. Now you're telling me this guy wants potatoes? So steak.
I mean, potato
like
goes well with
potatoes.
steak. Yeah.
What is he? Some kind of rich
I'm-
guy?
I don't
It's
know.
3
I mean,
things
look.
to eat?
Well, what do you suggest?
I don't
Do
know.
we need to prepare a menu in advance?
Maybe. Okay, look. My thinking is, okay, there's lots of shadows and things in there, and they're very cold and creepy. We need something to warm us up if we go in there.
Okay. Do you want to grab a candle? Candle?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm just gonna take the candelabra.
Okay.
Okay,
take a
I can
curtain.
see it. I can see it. I can see in there. Okay.
Okay.
It's not because I can't see. It's just because
No, I
there's a
know.
lot of shadows.
I,
I'm not afraid of the
wasn't
dark. Okay.
I wasn't questioning you.
I'm gonna grab the candelabra, look back. Worried, not scared of the dark.
Hey.
Okay, look. You go in first,
Okay.
and I'll be right behind you.
Okay. Now, start to move in a
As soon
little
as
bit.
you go in, and you're really in there,
Yeah.
then I will come into the room.
Okay.
And then
All right.
I will try to light the candelabra.
Okay.
I have a dagger, and there's some
Okay.
stone around. I'm sure I'll be able to light it. It'll be fine.
It'll be fine. Okay. I start to move in nice and slow. And, okay, Candle, my nipples are doing that shrinky thing, so I think you're right. It's really cold in here. Okay. I'm in. Hello?
You step in to the throne room of Count Tepesh, glowing, tits out covered in fungi. Behind you, the small form of Candle with a candle, leering around the doorway as well. Cold air rushes past you. You feel the doors close behind you. As you turn back to look at the door closing and turn once again to face forward, you see this chamber. The torches and sconces and candles within here that are kind of haphazardly placed all over are all lit, but it still doesn't quite do enough to fully brighten the gloom of this pretty large throne room. The chamber itself is also filled with these towering bookshelves that are stuffed with ancient tomes and scrolls. However, instead of an intimidating vampire lord
the
awaiting
wand.
you,
I'm gonna drop the candelabra, run back into the room, and grab the Hitachi magic wand.
that room's the door is completely
Yeah, we
closed.
can't get.
You see
It's
seated
probably the most magical item we'll get this whole campaign. and you
Comfortably.
dropped it.
on the you got another loot box coming. Seated comfortably on the throne is a tall, thin vampire with messy hair, round glasses perched on a crooked nose, legs up curled over the side of the throne.
Oh no.
Face buried into a book, pale fingers leafing through a tome as he mutters to himself, occasionally sort of chuckling or gasping at a passage. He doesn't seem to notice you until you're in the room itself. The doors close and he says, "Oh, bloody hell, who are you?" This vampire turns around to you and you see him drop the book and scramble to fix his glasses and sit up straight in the chair. Then he looks down at the chair and jumps out of the chair and stands beside the chair and then sort of stands to attention for a second and then looks over at you again and says, "Oh, you're not the Count? Wonderful.
No. And who are you?
I'm Boris. I'm the Hand of Tepesh.
What does that mean?
I'm sort of like his assistant."
Oh. Okay. Well, we're here to
Where's the kitchen?
We're the new chefs. We're gonna make him a meal. Hey, can you help point us to the kitchen?
Make him a meal he doesn't eat.
What?
We were lied to.
Count doesn't eat.
Oh.
He's not even got a corporeal form anymore. The vampire in front of you
Like a
doesn't have
soldier?
like perfect skin.
would he be a
He's
soldier?
kind of got like spots and pimples and stuff. He looks sort of bizarre in the way that he's standing. His neck is kind of a little too long and curled over. He says, "Wait a minute, I know. You're adventurers, heroes, are you? Oh, I've been reading all about heroes just like you."
I
We
don't know
are
if
chefs.
we're considered heroes, no.
I know what you're here for. You're here to fight, aren't you? You thought you were going to
no.
fight a big vampire,
No.
a big vampire lord,
A
all
what?
scary and that.
Sorry, a what?
Is that not? Are you really a chef?
That's correct.
Give me a deception
Yes.
check.
Good thing it's you and not me.
An 8.
Oh,
I don't
Shit.
believe you.
okay. Well,
Well, that's really like a. I think you're being a little
guess we better get going
Short-sighted.
then.
Well, I am short-sighted. He adjusts his spectacles. Oh, well, this won't do, will it? The thing is, not just you, but me as well. We're all going to be in a lot of trouble if he catches us.
doesn't have to catch us.
Yeah. Well, what if he just doesn't catch us?
Well, he catches everyone. That's what he does. He's sort of omnipresent almost.
Yeah, I noticed that there are a bunch of
Kind of
souls
presents.
trapped in here, so I'm wondering if, I mean, could you just let them go?
Oh, I could do that, I suppose, but then I'd be one of them because he'd catch me and put me in their stead.
Okay. And I heard he doesn't like steak, so he really doesn't like to eat.
Oh, don't mention that word round here.
What's wrong with steak? It's great.
Well, for one thing, he doesn't eat. And for another
Oh,
thing,
your
if you're
cakes are
talking
better.
about a stake through the heart, that'd kill him.
Wait, what?
Yeah, but he ain't really got a heart anymore, so it don't really matter.
Okay.
Well, this won't do at all, will it? I suppose I'll have to kill you.
Oh,
Sorry.
shit.
Someone's got to
Okay.
die.
Are you sure we couldn't come to some sort of understanding? I mean, I understand if you got to do what you got to do, but it feels like a shame. You were relaxing, enjoying a good book, and don't you want to find out
No,
how it ends?
I wasn't. I was standing to attention waiting for the Dark Lord's
You were
return.
standing, of course, you were standing to attention, waiting for the Dark Lord to return. Don't you want to find out how that book ends?
I think
don't
you
know.
looked a little slack in your duties.
Well, well, bugger it.
What are your duties, actually?
Well, anything what the Count tells me to do.
And what did the Count last tell you to do?
Stand to attention and wait for my return.
So when you were sitting in the throne that I'm assuming belongs to the Count, we would say that you weren't really performing your duties, right?
All right, what do you want? Why are you even here?
What do we want? Well,
I
that's a
nod to
wonderful
Candle.
question. A wonderful question indeed. I'm gonna start to walk over with my arms crossed across my chest, and I say, you know, that is a wonderful question. And what did you say your name was? Boris?
Boris.
A wonderful name. Strapping
Heroic.
name.
I'm CR16, actually.
Holy shit.
Is that your last name?
No, that's my challenge rating.
Okay.
We
Do you...
we should go.
Well, what I really need to understand here is you said that the Count has some sort of presence. Do you know where those are?
Well, they're everywhere. He gave me this lovely present once, and he brings out from inside of his shirt the Amulet of Midnight.
No.
The item that you were sent to destroy by Lucian Valor.
Shit.
This is the Amulet of Midnight. He gave me this a couple hundred years
It's
ago.
so beautiful. Could I look at it?
It is a dark red looking triangular shaped sort of just ruby or some sort of gemstone that's like a deep red. He says, no, it's mine.
I just want to look at it in all of its glory.
Well, look with your eyes.
Okay.
I'll tell you what. How about I make you a deal?
All right.
I won't tell
I
the
accept.
Count.
All right, I accept what you're going to put down. I can agree to that. He takes off the amulet and says, I'll let you have it. I will, but only the one of you what wins.
Wins what? Oh no.
The debate.
This is the best.
Boris
day of my
then
life.
Boris then pulls, turns around.
If
and
it's gonna be
behind
about
him-
steak versus cake, I'll win.
He turns around and behind him a board appears with 6 wooden slats that are numbered 1 through 6 with the different colors. The one fell off. Now, can you see all 6 of them?
Yes.
Boris says, right, I want you two to debate each other, and the winner gets the
Okay.
amulet.
Okay.
The other one dies.
Oh.
Pick a
Maybe
number. Who wants to go first? The
Yeah, no, I
cat.
don't think we should agree to this.
The cat goes first.
Sorry, the what? That'll be 3. I'm not a cat.
3. Are dice rolls really necessary, or should we just decide what happens? Debate. And I think we know who's on what side of this debate. You, cat.
Uh-huh.
I want you to debate the boy, the child.
Child.
Yeah, not a child. Just a gnome.
You're on the side of that they're not necessary,
Oh, I am I?
because that's exactly how you run your shows. So you can debate someone who does believe in dice rolls, the child.
Okay.
Again, not a child. Just a gnome.
Go.
You want to go first, or shall I? Dice are for weak role players.
Everyone just
What
left
is
the
a
chat.
role player?
No. Oh, that's right. Hold on.
We're breaking the fourth wall, right?
There you go. Now you can
Thank
break
you.
the fourth wall.
All right.
Weak role players. Weak role players. You know what are weak role players? People that just make up anything that they want at any time just because they feel like it.
That's
just
not
tells
imaginative?
No, what it is it's just pure airy nonsense. The dice add a bit of randomness to it. It's called fun.
Well, you could add randomness without the dice.
No,
By
you
doing
can't.
it collaborative.
That's why
Yes,
it's
you
dice.
can.
It's the easiest way to make it happen.
It's easy, but that doesn't mean it's good.
Of course it does. It's an easy thing for people to understand and see. And if you make it complicated, you're automatically making it so that other people don't understand what you're doing.
But isn't using a bunch of different dice complicating the situation when it could just be you and the table and everybody
It seems like you just don't
collaborating
understand
together?
math. That doesn't really make it a
Oh.
thing that's difficult for everybody. It's just a
Oh,
thing
is
for
that how
your
we're going
brain.
to debate now? Oh, I'm sorry. You just don't seem to get it. No, I get it, and I just disagree with you.
So we've come to the quintessential debate where we just disagree with each other and we're never going to convince each other of anything.
Yep, that sounds about right.
So
Christmas dinner.
basically, we're every politician that's ever existed.
Yep. Say nothing new.
Okay, great. So I win this round.
No. I think
Well,
we let
according
the
to
fates
you,
decide who
I
won.
don't need dice. All I had to do was say
Did
it
I
and
say
it
dice?
happened.
Did I say dice? I said let the fates decide. This is where we yes and let the other role player add a little bit of chaos.
Yes,
The poll is
and-
now open in the chat.
Holy fucking shit!
Who won? Nivara or Candle?
Holy shit, this is ridiculous. Also, I like rolling, I really do.
Do you know the craziest fucking thing about this? This thing. This is a clothes rack that I dry my fucking laundry
Yes, I
on,
see
right?
that.
And it broke last week. I had to buy another one, and then they delivered it to a different fucking place in the country. They delivered it to Cambridge, and then I had to buy another one and get it fucking sent here. So, all of the money that has been donated towards this stream tonight is going towards the fact that I had
Your
to get that
laundry.
next day delivered because I had no other way of doing this, and I really
Amazing.
just thought it would be really fun to do something
This is incredible. I love it.
physical in our online D&D game. Candle 1. 1 point to Candle. All right, Candle. Which one do
I
you?
thought-
Which
I
number
thought they
do
were
you
gonna
pick?
tie us.
I will pick the number most appropriate for myself, which is number 1.
Number 1. Thank God, because it keeps falling off. Which is the superior transformation? Bat, wolf, or mist?
Missed.
She's picking mist. You got to pick one of the other two.
Damn, she was too quick. It doesn't really matter. Wolf, because dogs are fantastic.
Strong opener.
And as I say
That's a
that,
very strong opener.
as I say that, my arm just starts shaking, and I'm. Did it get cold in here again?
Okay, but a mist can go anywhere at any time.
But dogs, wolves are friendly.
Are you all right? You're sweating.
It's hot in here.
What is happening to you? What's happening? Are you doing this to him?
No, I don't know. I
Okay.
think he's having an anxiety attack. I get him all the time when I think the count's coming back early.
I will. A mist can obscure vision for a wolf. Wolf can't find his way with the
They
mist.
got a nose. They can smell it. That's all they are.
Mist
They're
can-
just a smell.
Mist can obscure the smell, sense of smell as well.
No way. No way. They've got ears, okay? Mist isn't gonna obscure sound. They can hear, they can smell, okay? They've got big teeth. Bite things.
You know what? I think he wins this one. I think he wins this one. Can we just start doing this one?
This whole time,
Hey,
that thing's
it's
been
all right,
the wrong way
fine.
round on the stream. Not that you can probably read it anyway. It's tiny. I suppose I could do
No,
this.
it's not. It's
There
the
we
right
go.
way.
It's all right. It is tiny. You
Oh.
don't have to make me feel better.
Now it's the
about
wrong
it.
way.
Now it's the
It was
bloody wrong way again.
Yeah, it was the right way before.
No, it's because I switched the scene. What? This is really Wacksteven's fault because he kept making me do it. There we go. There we go. All right, who won? Who won the debate, Mist or Wolf?
Okay. Please just, I think he should just win that one. He's crying.
It ain't up to us. It's up to the fates.
It's up to the fates. Right. Don't let me down.
Probably be easier if I stood over here, wouldn't it? I can actually be in it now. I don't want it to focus on me, though. That's the problem.
Your worst nightmare.
Yeah, being perceived. Wow, it's equal.
I knew it.
No one won it.
Mm-hmm.
All right,
Okay.
your turn. Pick a number. Cat.
6.
6.
Mm-hmm.
So you are a cat.
No.
You just answered to it.
Wait till I tell you I like rolling.
Villain monologues. Essential for drama or just a waste of time?
Just a waste of time.
All right, then. Debate.
They are absolutely essential. How do you think they're a waste of time?
Well, I think a plot needs to be moved forward by showing, not telling. And when a villain monologues, all they're doing is telling you the things that the author couldn't properly introduce into the story ahead of time.
Are you suggesting that villain monologues are simply exposition? Because they're not.
Yeah.
They're not.
Yep, that is
they
exactly
are
what I'm
absolutely
saying.
a means, a vehicle, okay, to express their ideas and the way that they act. Okay, yes, it is important for villains to do the things, okay? But they also need to talk about the things that they do.
Do they, though? I think it makes a
Yes.
villain scarier when they don't talk about the things that they're doing, when they don't fill you in on every little thought that they're having. Because then that makes them more human and less scary. That's not villainous. That's just my neighbor.
Yeah, but your neighbor's pretty scary. I mean, let's be
My
honest.
neighbor is really scary. He did lock me. He did that. Yep, that's right. He did lock me in the... Did I tell you this story?
No.
Dude, I was taking out my garbage. Sorry to just derail this whole show, but I was taking out my garbage down the apartment in the chute. I opened
The
the
villain
facility.
of this show is now monologuing. I
Yep,
win.
I am. Okay, so I go to take out my garbage. I put it in the chute, but it's like a locked room. Once you go in the room and then the door closes behind you. You put your garbage in the chute, close it. I turn around, I open the door, and there's my fucking neighbor on the other side of the door. And I'm just like, what are you doing? And he just gets this weird smile on his face, and he goes, I was just wondering if I should hold the door shut and keep you in there. But that's what he fucking said to me, and I was like, okay, I guess I'm
That's
gonna...
not a monologue, though. He just said a
That's not a
frightening thing, and
monologue.
then fucking that was the end of it.
But it was fucking terrifying.
Fair enough. So,
Yep. Okay, anyway.
So,
Back to the
we
villain
have
monologue.
established that your neighbor is scary.
He is a villain, but he never monologues. So I think he's scared. If he did monologue, I think he'd be less scary. So maybe I should just ask him for his diary next time.
If you saw his diary, be honest. You have
Yeah.
to admit that that is going to be
I'd
a
be calling the
terrifying
cops.
experience.
I'd be calling the police.
And that's the equivalent of a monologue, because that's all a diary is. You're just talking.
Yeah, just nonstop monologuing.
It's too late. Nivera has already won. What's your name? The cat. The cat has
Yeah, the
already won. He
cat.
doesn't know
Yeah,
your
that's
name,
fine.
does he?
Mhm. Yeah, that's okay.
He
Well, we
doesn't
broke the
know
fourth
it.
wall, so you can use it. It's Navara.
No.
Okay.
The cat. The I don't remember who's going is or who's winning.
May. 2.
You'll go 2. Should vampires be allowed to sparkle in the sunlight?
No.
Yeah,
No.
We just
we agree
both
with that.
agree with that
Pick
one.
another
Yeah.
one.
4.
Coffins versus luxurious beds. Which provides better sleep for vampires?
Coffins, for sure.
All right, why? Debate.
Because
Okay.
you can put a luxurious bed inside of a coffin, but you can't put a coffin inside of a luxurious bed.
Okay, are you ready for my rebuttal?
Rebuttal.
It's the bed because they don't sleep at all. They're in undeath. So it doesn't matter.
What are you talking about? Of
They
course
don't
they need to
sleep.
relax. Everyone needs to relax.
Yeah, and what's more relaxing, a bed or a coffin?
Again,
A bed.
Have you seen some of their coffins? Look at some of the coffins that we just saw. We saw a wide variety, right? We saw
Okay,
some that
look.
are just plain stone, and then we see some that have luxurious red velvet inside. What would you want to sleep in, huh? What would
A
you want to sleep
bed.
in?
A bed where there's room to roll around.
And that's why you're not a
hug
vampire.
pillow?
That's why
Well,
you're
thank
not a
God.
vampire. You can put a luxurious bed inside of a coffin, and then you can have the best of both worlds.
Well,
Coffin gives
why
you
would
more
any-
options.
No, I think a bed gives you more options because if you're in a coffin, you're confined and you're in a tight space. And if you want to be in a coffin, just put wooden walls around your bed, I guess. But at least then you're not trapped.
Well, then that's just making a coffin. That's all you're doing.
No,
You're
it's
just
not.
making a really big
It's
coffin.
making bed walls.
Yes,
It's making
you
bed
are.
walls. That's
No,
different.
That's just a big. You could even argue that
Uh-huh.
a room is a really big coffin, as long as you don't have any
No.
windows in it.
No.
Oh shit! I'm not sleeping tonight. Oh fuck! I'm trapped in here, aren't I? Oh, I have to sleep outside for the rest of my life.
And think about it. Let's be
Uh-huh.
honest, okay?
I'm thinking, okay.
When
well,
we're-
I've been honest the whole time, except
when we are
for
in this
everything
room,
I've debated
do you
I
see any
disagree
windows
with.
here? Do you see any windows? No windows, right? No windows.
No, you okay? Are you saying you are streaming from a coffin right now?
I
Please
am
subscribe.
suggesting-
He is dying.
I am suggesting
He
that
needs windows. He deserves
suggesting-
windows.
if you are a vampire and you need darkness, okay?
Uh-huh.
It seems like these guys like darkness.
Uh-huh.
Then a coffin is the ideal place to sleep, without a doubt.
Okay, that is a fair point.
Yeah, he's
But I'm
already
still
won.
Oh, okay, of course.
It's over.
Is he streaming from a coffin? Are you a
We all
vampire?
are, apparently. You're in one. All right.
Oh, God.
Last debate topic.
Wake up.
Do adventurers really need a long rest, or is everyone just lazy?
Oh my God. Which one do you want? I've jumped on all of them.
Why not both? I'm going to say that adventurers are going to need some sleep, for sure.
Okay. Okay. No, they're just lazy. You can just take
No.
a potion or do a spell.
No, there's no potion that just cures your sleep. That doesn't exist.
It's a magical world. Absolutely, there exists a
We
potion
don't
that
know
can
what
just give
we're
you
in
a
right
short.
now. All we know is that there's a vampire here. We don't know
we're
that there's
breaking
any
the-
sort of magical
Okay, hold
sleep
on, but
potion.
you're saying here we're breaking the fourth wall and talking about any world in general because we know there's plenty. We've been to the library, right?
Yeah, okay.
Okay. So who needs sleep? You can get twice as much done. You can get extra days in your wake
Would
if you
it
don't
be
sleep.
nice if we didn't need sleep? Sure, but that's not what we're talking about here. What we're really talking about here is if adventurers really need sleep. Now,
Exactly.
I know some elves. I know
Need
some
being the
elves.
operative word.
Exactly,
It'd
and
be
I know some elves.
nice, but you don't need it.
Of course you do. I've seen plenty of people not get any sleep, and you know what I see? I see people that struggle to try to
Productivity.
create any shows. They try to, just get any work done, and all they do is just stare at the computer like they're dead inside, and nothing actually comes out, and they can't be creative, and they just wonder if they can pay their rent this month, and things get really difficult, and all they do is try to keep doing work until they can't sleep anymore, and they just keep doing work, and it's a vicious cycle, and they can't sleep, and all they have is anxiety, and they need sleep.
Please subscribe. He's dying.
Yeah, just him.
I wasn't broadcasting a previous podcast episode I did 6 years ago so I could work on Death List while I was streaming.
So I think we have well established that sleep is required.
We don't
for
need
all
it though.
adventurers.
We don't need it. It ain't required.
Absolutely.
It ain't required.
Needed.
Nope.
Who won? It's gonna be a photo finish. And they're equal again. Alright, who had the most points then?
I think it was a tie, actually.
Roll for it.
After all of that effort.
Democracy
Yeah.
wins again.
After all
Alright.
that effort, roll for it.
Roll for it. Okay.
I'll be 1 through 10. He can be 11 through 20.
Okay, D20 it is. I'll rewrite that.
I can see your brain shutting down.
Candle
in real time. I'm
wins.
just trying to help you. Oh my god, that means I die. Oh no!
Only just now.
That's right. Here you go. As promised, he whips out the amulet and throws it at you, Candle. He says, also, you can have these other things as well, because you unlocked a loot box. Chat.
Please let me die with dignity. Is it a shirt?
Wow, look at all these fabulous prizes.
This was amazing, by the way. The game show reveal, it was so good.
I'm looking at the time going down throughout this entire episode, like, we ain't gonna have time.
It's perfect. It was
I have to get to the big finish. Here we go. You also get a horn.
Okay.
And some fucking
Horn of
half plate.
Gondor. Can I put the half plate on?
Yeah.
All right, I put the half plate
Clicks
on.
his fingers and you get some
won. What are you talking about?
fucking gothic
putting the
looking
half plate
half
on.
plate.
I
Again,
grab it, I snatch it up, and cover myself up with it.
yeah, this looks like it's like dark. You know,
Yes,
it's got
I'm
like
a
gothic
dark
shit.
knight.
Yeah, yeah. You look
I
like
am the one that
a
won. Why are you
dragoon,
putting on the half
dragoon,
plate?
Final Fantasy dragoon
Because it
looking
won't
shit.
fit you.
How did we know? We didn't even try.
Do you want to
You've got a horn.
Just blow on the horn.
Great.
I kind of want to know what happens when you blow on it. Could you just blow on it?
Yeah, please blow on it. Actually, that'd be a great finish. The castle collapses. Rocks tumble down around you. You see Boris turn into a bat,
Fuck this.
flying out of a nearby window as the castle falls in on top of Candle and Nivara.
At least my tits are covered.
At least they are. That's where we end today's session.
Are we
God, I love this show!
Are we like one notch away from the good guest?
Oh!
It looks like we haven't quite hit it.
Sucks
we
to
hit
be
it,
you,
bro?
I guess.
Did we hit it?
Sucks to be
Did
you,
we
I
hit it?
guessed.
Did we hit it?
They've still got time. The show isn't over. The show's not
Okay.
over until we end the stream. And we've got a few more things to discuss before I get to
God,
immediately
I
get
fucking
straight out of him
love
and go to bed.
this, Brad!
I'm glad you're enjoying it. It is, I get so weirded out by running this show every week because it just feels so different to anything else that I run. Because
I
it's
love
just a one-shot, kind of.
Yeah.
Although I do think there will be, as much as I wanted to set up the light library and now the dark library, and I think maybe now that we can run multiple weeks of the same thing. Like if it, you know, the adventures. I'm trying to like rush you through both introducing you to the care. Well, Lionel calls himself a caretaker, and Elle calls himself a librarian. There we go, a good guest, and also you unlock something special there.
Yeah, I wanted to know.
I think we'll start next week with it.
How
You know,
dare you?
Is it fair to say what it is and then we start next week with it?
Yes.
Or what's the fair way to do it? Since we've done it right at the end, we're out of the narrative, but that is a narrative thing that they've unlocked.
I see you tell them, and then we start next week with it. They have something to look forward to.
The characters, Nivara and Candle, not all of the characters, are Brad, please say library again. Is it because I sometimes say library?
Yeah.
I do it on purpose because it makes me laugh. There was a joke years ago. I saw something. I can't even remember what it was now. I think it was Scrubs. But there's a guy in it that goes, your face went all red like a big strawberry. And then someone else says library. I think it might be in the same show. Or it might. I don't know what it was, but something made me laugh. So big books in the library. And ever since that day, I've called it a library. And sometimes I just
strawberry
do.
as well,
And strawberry, and it just makes me laugh so much. So within the narrative here, we established that Nivara and Candle do not have their memories. They came to the library with amnesia, basically. They have a vague idea. They remember who they are and their understanding of like their abilities and things, but they don't have their specific memories. So every time you guys hit the good guest or the bad guest, you unlock a portion of their memories as well.
Cool.
So we get to start next week with a good memory or a portion of a good memory from both of these characters. And we'll find out what that is. So we get to find out some stuff about these characters as we go on, because we don't really know a lot about Novara and Candle.
Yeah.
We've had the intro to them with, you know.
I mean, just the most intimate part about them, which is how they died.
We only know that, yeah.
Yeah.
But really, beyond that, we don't know what's going on with them, and I think it's a fun way to unlock something, because good guest and bad guest. Ironically, the way that I thought this would work is that you'd get a memory, so you get something now, Fates. But actually, because we ended it and then you unlocked it, you don't. You still get it next week, along with a good guest. So we'll see what.
Thank you.
What
everyone.
that is, who
Thank
that
you.
is next week.
Yeah.
And we're gonna find out what happened here. The whole castle fell in on you. Thank you very much, everybody, for donating and subscribing. You guys didn't hit the healing goal, but thank you for the subs anyway.
Yes, thank you.
And thank you very much for the donations again. I hope that it was worth it. I tried to put some effort into this one for something different. I really wanted to do something weird with this. I'm sort of using
amazing.
this show
Yeah.
to try and I'm messing around a little bit with I don't know why. I'm trying some weird stuff. Since the format is so strange and it's sort of casual, but also I can't help but try and make it interesting and actually have a set narrative to it. So hopefully it's enjoyable for everyone to watch every week, but also you could probably just tune in whenever you wanted and see what kind of weird shit the characters are up to.
Yeah, it's definitely one of those shows where I think like the way you have it set up is people can hop in and just get very quickly filled in on what fucking shenanigans.
Yeah.
You can watch it in any order.
Yeah, and every
anything.
1 or 2 weeks it will reset the story as we go into a different book. And we've got a new show starting on Sunday called Deathless. I'll run the trailer right at the end here. But I just wanted, if people are interested in vampires, horror, Vampire the Masquerade, or maybe you just like the cat girl on this stream.
I will not be dressed as a cat girl, but I will.
Well,
have
fuck
my
it then.
thing
Cancel
in.
the whole fucking thing. What's the point?
Cancel the whole show.
What the hell is the point of the show then?
What's the...
No, we have a new show starting on Sunday at 3 Eastern, which is 8 p.m. UK time, or whatever that is for wherever the rest of you are. It's one of the main reasons I made this. I did have a separate plan for this second episode, but I thought it might actually be more apt that when we introduce the Dark Library and the caretaker there, Lionel is a previous character from an older show, a Vampire the Masquerade campaign that we ran here.
called Leech, if you want to go watch him destroy.
Which you can go and watch. We've got playlists on the channel, on the YouTube, and everywhere. And that was a previous Vampire the Masquerade campaign. And then I thought it might just be fun to have, when last week you went to Camelot, you had such a classic, it's just such a classic like fantasy adventure to have that approach to just a novel. And I was like, well, fuck it. What if I just did Dracula in D&D?
Yeah,
That would just be really
It's
fun.
so
And
good.
it would lead nicely into you being able to run Deathless on Sunday. If you want to see an actual attempt at running a fucking Dracula campaign, vampire campaign, then you get to see an actual master of horror instead of me fucking around with paper on a laundry thing.
It was great.
Then and it just I really enjoy. Once I sort of thought of it, I was like, oh, that's exactly what I have to do. And I just thought it'd be really funny if I built up like lots of horror, and then at the end of it, you have Boris, who is just the hand of Tepesh. Vlad Tepesh is apparently how you pronounce it, by the way. I just found that out today. I was looking around the internet. I don't know, but it's my world. I get to do what I want. It's non-canon.
Yeah. There were moments of that where I was just like, wow. I sometimes forget that like that horror and psychological horror is my favorite genre. I know I GM it a lot, but it's also my favorite, I think, to play in. And so hearing you describe some of that stuff, I was just like, holy shit, this is so cool.
I actually kind of wanted to make the room before, genuinely scary, because it would just be even funnier when Boris was in the next room, which is hilarious, really, that you're like, oh man, you actually tried. And I was like, well, I was just trying for the joke, though. It doesn't count. Leave me alone.
I mean, it does count. It absolutely counts because it fucking was flawless. It was great.
I would actually like to run like a proper horror campaign. I guess I'll have to do Miss Light 2 instead.
Yeah.
Tune in for that next year or something. I don't. We'll figure it out. I'm trying to figure it out. Okay, well, this has been Non-Canon. We'll be back next Friday. Don't forget to tune in for Deathless on Sunday. Lastly, I want to thank The Forge.
Yes.
We've been using Foundry for Non-Canon and a couple of the other shows on the channel as well, and going forward. So we've been using Foundry on this, which is the virtual tabletop that you've seen us using for the combat and the presenting the images on the screen there as well. And that is all thanks to The Forge. I should do this. The Forge, my close personal friends. And they have fast load times, 24/7 availability, and secure backups. Big shout out to The Forge for helping us level up our game. Be sure to check them out at forge-vtt.com.
And could we have a hint as to the guest? Is it maybe potentially related to where we are? For next week, I mean?
No.
That's a lie.
It's not.
No.
Lies.
He doesn't have a guest in mind, does he?
I do.
Oh
I
my
think
God.
I think I know who it is, but I have to book them first, so I don't want to make any promises. You know what I mean? I don't want to. Otherwise, I have to, and I'm. You know.
And then you're the asshole that's done that to you.
And I'm like,
every
oh
single
look,
time.
the guest is my laundry thing.
My next door neighbor.
My next door neighbor, PB's psychotic next door neighbor.
That was a real story, by the way.
Yeah, I know.
I have a really good idea. I actually want 2 guests for next week, and I just don't know. The only reason I don't want 2 guests is because I don't know where to put them on the screen, and I can't be bothered to make that work. The effort.
Another loot box? We get another loot box, I think, too.
I could probably. What I'm thinking is we bring in 1 guest and we have 1 really small just somewhere else, and they can just be around there on the screen somewhere. But I have a good idea, and I would like to see if both of them are free before I commit to it. So we'll see. Maybe tune in next week, and you'll see whether I was able to book those guests or not. Yeah. And that's going to be every time we get a guest, because I don't know if I can guarantee that we need them that week, and it's going to be a horrible scramble every single week.
It's going to be amazing.
Yeah, I'm going to run the credits
the
here.
way that PB runs all of her shows.
The way that PB runs every one of those shows.
Oh, this is my favorite part.
4 minutes before the go time. Yeah, I know. I still don't know how to do it.
Fill the time.
And I'm trying
to talk through it.
It's
Brad,
this
that was
button.
so much fun. That was so stupid fun. Yeah.
Great.
Also, I love these characters, and it's so fun to argue with you, with you, Wack.
Yes.
It's great. Yeah.
I playing a shithead is a nice change of pace for me.
Yeah, it's great.
Just like turning off.
Why
the
don't they
filter and
work?
just being
There they are.
I don't know. There they go.
I feel like it just takes that long for them to appear on the screen. We've got to be something we can look at. I don't know.
100%. This is Brad's fault.
No, it's code. I can fix it. I can do it.
Hilarious. It's
just
almost
didn't
worth
have
me
time.
just fully rendering out credits like I do for Cura every
No,
week.
I'll fix it. I'll fix it.
All right. There they are.
It takes less time to render them in Premiere than it does for them to come up.
Wow. Yeah, it really does. Genuinely. All right. Thank you, everyone, for watching. We hope you enjoyed it. Here is
Come see me on Sunday.
ad for Tablestory's Deathless, which starts on Sunday. Don't forget. We'll see you for that. We'll see you on Monday for Gatewalkers, Tuesday for Cura. And
hold on. I have to
Friday
interrupt you.
for
I'm so sorry. I have to interrupt you. So Brad said it was like, VTM, traditional VTM, but it's actually PBU meets VTM. So
yeah, they know.
that's it.
They know
I
full
know they
well
know.
there's no fucking rules and
Okay.
mechanics. You did a debate on this 20 minutes ago.
Yeah, okay.
All right.
I
Tune
think I
in
roll
for a
more than
villain
any of you.
monologue.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, we believe you.
Okay.
We believe you. All right, here's the ad playing in 3, 2.
Your dreams are surprising for a Hakata.
How are you here?
I've been sent after many from your clan for their abuse of spirits and ghouls. I should have known it would be someone like you.
Just because I'm in a clan doesn't mean I'm like them.
You are different, and you have nothing to fear.
And what do you want from me?
As caretaker, you are the only one with access to the crypt I seek.
You invaded my dreams without invitation. Why would I help someone like you?
You are aware of what I do, yes?
Of course I am. But there are no kindred for you to punish there.
Whether there are kindred there in need of punishment or not remains to be seen. I seek this crypt for that information. Will you assist me?
I'd heard a rumor but didn't think... Yes, I will help you. But I'll require your help in return.